Hey guys, how's it going? It's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry, lots to set up for stream today. For stream today, guys, we're gonna be playing Farm Sim 25 with Rawl. You guys know Rawl, he's a good friend of the channel. We're gonna be doing a shared chat with him too. We are starting a new farm in Silver Run Forest to check out the new things with the Farm Sim NEXAT DLC, so I'm really excited to check that out. Okay guys, look, we get to play the game! It only took
All
like
right.
10
Well, now it's
years.
time to nearly bankrupt herself in the loans.
Correct.
All right. So, loan department. Hey, how much you willing to give? I want all of it.
Hey, listen.
I take loans so infrequently I have to look in the UI to even do it. Ah, there we go. The finances tab.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm very familiar with that tab.
Yeah, just gotta go to this thing and just keep on pressing that space bar, making that money go up. Who needs to work? Look at this. We're $500,000 this fast.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
They've cut me off.
It's like you can only take a loan that is like worth a certain percentage of like your total property or something. I don't know if I'm explaining that well, but
No, I got you. Farm value dictates the maximum. All right, so we do have a spinach field that we have purchased because none of them were at harvest rate. Well, the new equipment does spinach. The new equipment does everything but
Really?
root crop.
Oh.
It does cotton. It does wheat.
It does everything?
It does peas, spinach.
What's the point of buying other things then?
Because you hate yourself and you want root crop. All right, so when the heck is spinach ready? Oh, right. Spinach is that weird one that has, like, you could harvest it multiple times a year and yada yada.
What are our first crops gonna be? Allegedly spinach, because I think the field already has spinach in it.
Yeah. So we might have to, like, fast forward a day
Yeah, that's fine.
to
Whatever.
get it to harvest.
Farming on the tree map, yes. Also, wait a minute. HLG and Sharky, could you guys know each other?
That's not nearly fast enough. It's different when you're playing in your own. You can, like, fast forward like 720 speed, and you're like, and there goes the sunset and the sunrise. I don't think we start with a farmhouse in this map, do we?
You're supposed to. Did you not? Oh no.
You don't get the choice of new farm on this map.
Don't you? Yes, you.
Not multiplayer didn't let me. I didn't
feel
even
like
have the
you
toggle.
just did it badly.
Maybe if I started solo and then gave myself the farm and then made multiplayer same map separately, it may have done
no.
it. I started multiplayer, just didn't give me the option.
No. It's okay.
It's
So
okay. We can put a
field
crappy
39?
trailer down.
Is that what we have?
Yep.
Okay.
I am gonna go buy myself a crappy trailer. Construction.
Is there even room to do anything on this field besides field? Oh my god. Okay, I think there's a little bit of room. I just really want chickens. So I'm gonna get that started for us.
Gotcha. What? How are we gonna feed them?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I'm just gonna buy feed.
Correct.
I'm actually totally okay with this.
Do not have permission.
You need to join, and then I need to make you part of the farm.
Oh, I'm the I am, I think. I'm in it.
Okay, you should be a farm manager now.
And Rawl's like, I just don't trust you with responsibility. Which is fair. Which is fair. I just spend money recklessly.
Wait till you see what I bought for a place to sleep, and you'll see where the lack of trust
goodness.
is.
Okay.
It's a nice place.
Chimkins.
It comes with MREs.
It comes with a what?
MREs. Meals ready to eat.
Okay, I'm getting the chickens. What is it? What is that achievement want? 20 of each animal?
Yeah, 20 of each animal is one of the ones. Like, I doubt we're getting that done today, but...
Okay, we have 20 chickens.
Well, that was easy.
You need the staple. Wait, do you guys get the Staples commercials in the States?
Yeah, the button.
That was easy, yeah. I will feed the chickens. Do we have a truck or something?
There is a forklift that just you get on the map for no apparent reason.
Ooh, no. No. Give me. Okay, I can either get the Oldsmobile or the little pooter thing, the tricycle. Do you have a preference?
Either or.
Does Chad have a preference? I mean, one is $5,000 and the other one's $25,000, so.
I do wonder if we'll be able to be financially viable if we get the NEXAT and use it exclusively, knowing that we're leasing that crap for $1 billion.
Oh my god.
I wonder if we can actually make that work.
Every time we get into this vehicle, I'm just like, how are my knees not breaking? Hey Kier, how's it going? Chickens eat wheat.
Yeah, grains.
Oh no, you don't have super strength on. Oh no.
I think that's a mod.
Oh no. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the forklift and move it over there in the meantime.
No.
I just didn't want to make you be like, all right, well, you need to grab this mod and that mod and this
Hold
mod
on.
and that mod.
Does it let me do this? Hold on. Does that work for you too?
Does what work?
Can you pick things up?
I don't have anything handy to pick up.
It won't let me. It let me do the command, but it didn't actually let me do it. Weird. Okay. You're bringing the forklift over?
Yep, I had to figure out what button it was to open a door. It's just for some reason, this one map, they're just like, here's your forklift. You said nothing. Don't care. Forklift.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I didn't actually said nothing. It just did it. We don't own the warehouse. They just have a forklift that they give you for some reason. For what it's worth, it's a big forklift.
Like how big?
Not super big.
Double click Alt to make super strength work?
Am I forklift certified? No. You'd know if I was forklift certified because I'd make sure to introduce myself by letting you know I'm forklift certified.
You'd hear about it. Right? Alt plus fourth function key?
They're trying to get you to push Alt F4 to close stuff.
Too late. You guys are... Stop it. Stop it. You guys think I'm that gullible? Stop it.
Once you've been streaming for over, like, a week, Alt F4
Oh,
stops
that's a
being- you have to
solid
worry.
forklift. Let's go. Dude, I grew up on computers. That was the end-all be-all way besides hitting the power button to get brother off of the computer. Is that fastened? Apparently. Okay, let's go! This is so sketchy. Here, jump in. I've got room. You can sit on my lap.
And this will work for about 2 seconds.
Nice Birkenstocks. Okay, wait. That's a lot more viable than it should have been.
Yep. If I could only run just a hair faster, I could have kept up.
I wonder if we should just lease a forklift and leave it.
That's the thing. It's just that forklift is... I don't think it technically belongs to us,
Oh.
but we can use it.
I'm gonna do a sick ollie. Oh, okay, never mind. Is Farmstone 25 a new engine? I think it is. I don't know though.
Yeah, it's an update on the engine. Like a new iteration, whatever you want to call it. Old engine didn't really do terrain deformation.
Oh, I don't think they touched the horses being, so yeah, I think you can still do flying horses. So do we need to wait a little bit more for the spinach?
Yeah, it's not ready to harvest, so we'll have to advance the date. The chickens need water, right? Or am I
No,
messing
they
around?
actually don't. But
That's good.
someone else needs help. Wait, hold on. We maybe got this.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying, because you need to get the food back off.
Yeah, totally not because I flipped myself. Give me. Oh my god, wait, we're maybe readjusting. Hold on. Hold. I'm being reminded that apparently this isn't SnowRunner.
Yeah, same game.
I can probably detach that and then...
This is the forest map, yeah.
No! Man. Hold on. Does my work?
You got it. You got it.
Is it dumping yet? Yeah, it's dumping. Let's
It is.
go.
Working as intended.
As it empties and gets lighter. Okay. If you want, we can go back to the forklift and... Oh, it's technically not ours. I see what you mean. We can't jump to it.
Right. You can jump to it at the
Oh.
shop because the shop is right there. But yeah, it's just like a neutral forklift that you could just use.
Okay, hold on.
So that one will probably want to keep some place we can teleport to.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm gonna do the stacking thing right now, and I'm gonna assume they mean 10 of the same thing. That's expensive to stack. Hold on. That's expensive!
Are you looking like for the cheapest thing we can get?
Cheapest, but
Probably.
oh my god. I don't think we can stack the vegetable. They look very tall.
Let's see.
Silage additive. I feel like seeds make the most sense because we're gonna use them up anyways.
Yeah, seeds would definitely be a good one, and they're also not god awful expensive like the fertilizer.
Yeah. Oh god. So, want to remind
So it
everyone in
says,
chat, I'm forklift certified. Oh god.
I'm curious how we stack 10 of them if we
Don't
are
worry
supposed
about
to
it.
stack.
Oh no.
I know with two vehicles we can do that really easy, but
I think it just means stack 10 things total, but
yep, while you do it, I'll double
okay.
check. Yeah, no, it just says stack any 10 items with a forklift.
Hi OT, how are you? I want to see how high we can actually, like, get this bad boy to go, though.
I think with preparation, maybe 8 is what I'm thinking. Because I think then you'll hit the maximum height of the fork.
We're going on 4.
Yeah, now if we like put up against the wall, we don't have to worry about balancing it, just smash
aren't
it into
you
the
a
wall.
smart cookie? OT, I would love a fun fact. Are you actually going to give me one?
You actually...
I think
If
with
it
how
doesn't
I'm
roll
doing
forward,
this, I
you
think
might
it's
be
possible.
able to get 10. I would say the forks look like they might just barely go high enough to get a stack of 5.
But if you grab, if you're grabbing them like me, though, it doesn't matter. Right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
If you just keep piling it straight up, as long as you don't tip too much. Hey, I'm down to watch.
Forklift certified, baby. No! Holy shit. It's all jiggling.
That's gonna be the catch there. Can it stay stable enough? Because they do like to wibble wobble.
So the other day, Dunk showed me a video of people doing super sketchy things on a forklift. And I was laughing, but then I was like, wait, this doesn't look like a Facebook reel or like Instagram reel. And then I realized he was just playing it off of his phone. And I was like, wait, is this at your workplace? Uh-oh.
I've seen more than one television destroyed when I worked retail from forklift shenanigans.
Okay, that's not good. Hold on, hold on.
Might want to shove these two behind the line you got there, so you don't have to even move left or right or anything after that.
That'd be smart. Why is it moving?
Your wheels are turned.
Okay. Yeah, what were they doing? They couldn't untighten Holy crap. They couldn't untighten something? So they used the forklift as leverage. Okay, I don't think I'm the best person for this job.
I'm waiting to see if we could discover at what point the weight on the front is heavier than
Okay,
the weight
this is
in the
gonna be a
back.
pro strat. Oh, never mind.
Because I always cheap out in the forklift, and I usually just tip over forward.
Hi, Pickle. It's good to see you.
These different types of things? No, the seeds here are all the exact same thing. What's referring to size is you can get a much smaller, like when you think of like a forklift, just what you normally think of, the really crappy little one. Yeah, this one's big, but I am noticing those back wheels bouncing just a hair.
Oh no. Is it getting to that point?
I think you got it maybe 2 or maybe 3 more. I do think we are probably going to hit that weight limit before you get there when you tip forward. But it's holding up so far. It's just when you're doing like the little stop, it does that teeny tiny little bounce.
No. Uh-oh. Wait, this is fine.
Yep.
Hold, 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 hold. No! Oh my god. Oh, it's
No, Alice, I will not be doing the rat race. Like, I might mess around with like the difficulty thing, but I'm not gonna actually go for it or anything like that.
I feel like you and I should compete against each other.
I actually haven't been playing Project Zomboid at all lately, other than the RP thing. Just burnt myself out so badly
That's fair.
when I did the record. I am watching this twist slowly and not even sure what to do with it.
Oh no. Are we still good?
It's holding.
Oh. Why did it
That was
shift like that?
A weird delay of physics. No, blah, blah, blah.
There, we stacked 10 things.
Technically true, because I think where you were up to 7 tall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 tall plus 3, that's 10.
That's so sad. Okay, I'm walking away from this. Hate this.
So if I can have someone on my end clip things, and then same for Ultra, just of the stack being done, so that they can submit that for the dare drop.
I'm putting, what's the word? Markers in, so I can go back and do it.
Gotcha. I usually force my chat to do my job.
You enlist your chat.
All right, so with that, let's advance the day so that we can
Yeah.
we can go
You
get our
just let me
spinach.
know. What is growing there? That's not even... Oh. I'm buying Field 41 and you can't stop me.
Okay, remember we do actually have to be able to lease our stuff.
Yes.
And the new stuff is really expensive.
Yes.
And Field 41 is just grass, right? Like at the moment?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We making it a field or we just growing grass?
I was going to allocate some of it to trying to stuff some animals onto it so we can maybe get the thing burned.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, actually, I actually don't know. So I've not just bought the animals and bought the feed and see what I made out of it. Is that actually economical on normal difficulty?
Uh, what do you mean?
Like, is it profitable?
Animals are not profitable for like a while. If that tells you
Right.
anything.
Yeah, because you need enough of them and adults and yada yada.
Yeah.
And then production lines and blah blah blah.
Bam.
I never noticed how much that makes the game hitch when you're not the one placing it.
Yeah, you get tornadoes in Farm Sim 25. Actually, when I was doing my dairy farmer sponsorship stuff, I had set up my farm and I was trying to fast forward it to wintertime. And I fast forwarded a whole year and I was like, why does my field look so bad? And apparently at some point throughout the year, a tornado had passed through. Yeah, let's see if we can fit 20 cows in here. What was it? It was 20 of each, right?
Right.
Ooh, I want Joyce's. I want Joyce's. No, I can only fit 7 in here.
We'll never financially recover from this.
Oh, okay.
No, that's gonna be fine. Yeah, because remember, I think the big barn's like 275,000 or some nonsense.
Can I edit this? Can I not? I thought... Is there no way to...
I don't think you can edit. I think you have to just straight up delete it and try again.
I hate that so much.
Yep. No undo button either. We will need a vehicle to get water, so I'm gonna figure that out.
Oh, it tells you how many can fit. Oh, I wasn't just reading properly. Okay, yeah, sounds good. I hate the fences that they give you for the sheep and the goats.
Oh, just like the wood post with the wire.
Yep. Oh, look at the little
And more or less
belly.
is trying to find as cost effective of a tractor that can actually drag a water container as possible.
Mm.
Because then we can make it do grunt work.
Yes,
Like
I'll
little
travel. I
light
appreciate you.
things.
Thank you. Hmm. When it says 20 of each animal, does it mean... Because sheep and goats are in the same category.
I have no idea.
Yeah. If you have farm manager, you should be able to fast forward time.
Yeah, I can fast forward time, but only up to 360%.
It's better than 2.
Yeah, sorry.
Did they add buildable things to Silver Run? There was actually already buildable things, Todd. There was the roller coaster and the boat. I don't think they added anything new to it other than that.
Yeah, and mostly with the remaster, it's just like cleaning up kind of thing. Bringing up the standard of the new one.
Chimkin? If we buy a little house, we can sleep.
And we have one.
Wait, what the?
As long as you really use the term house loosely.
Oh, raw.
East side of the field. It's a fixer-upper. It comes with MREs.
Dude, I'm
smoker
I'm already
inside.
getting tetanus from looking at it. It doesn't even have back wheels.
Well, no, it doesn't go anywhere. It's a house.
All right, are you okay if I fast forward?
As it like sleep?
Yeah.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm in the middle of filling up the water trailer.
Okay.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Do you ever just have random things come to your head and then you realize that like you're doing a collab with someone else, so like maybe you just shouldn't say the things that like come to your brain because they're kind of jarring and like not that inappropriate, but like why were you thinking of that?
I mean, it's fine.
Do you ever realize that there was an episode of like the Magic School Bus where the bus literally nutted on all the kids?
I did not. I've seen plenty of it, but that.
There's an episode about
didn't
salmon
it like wash
reproduction.
them off or whatever?
So it was the episode where the kids were like the salmon eggs, and the school bus was like the male salmon who like put his milk on the kids.
Oh, Magic School Bus, you did some real weird things over the years.
Yeah, and it's like it's fine. They're showing the life cycle of salmon, which is really cool. But if you like just really think about what happened. I think you downloaded the wrong magic. No, it's a thing! Oh my god, let me find it. Sorry, I was just thinking of school buses and then that came to mind, so.
Alright, so bring in water for the whichever animals we got now.
Sorry, I'm gonna backtrack it. It wasn't the bus, but it was the other salmon. Oopsies. Okay, spinach is ready to harvest, so... Oh, no, mindless zombie, that's okay. No, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah,
no,
so we get
thank
the
you for the apology,
new
though.
next, whatever the heck, NEXAT
Yeah.
thing. We can get that, and it has an attachment for that as well.
Oh my god, this is so much money.
I warned you.
Whoa. Which one does spinach?
So there's only one vehicle. And everything else is an attachment for that vehicle.
Holy.
So the vehicle is non-negotiable. That we have to get. If we're doing it this way.
Oh my god. Oh, mindless zombie, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here.
And then there's a header for the spinach. And now I don't know, does it dump it on the ground and we'll need a foraging wagon, or does it load it up somewhere? I'm assuming it dumps it on the ground, because where the heck would it even keep it?
So inconvenient. Why do people drive this? What category is this even in?
That is a question that I think it was in its own category near the bottom.
It is the NEXAT category.
We're gonna have to lease it, and it's going to be like a
Okay.
$50,000 lease or something
Are
like
you
that.
okay if I lease it so that
We're gonna need to.
okay, I just don't want us to both lease it at the same time. It's um I'm confused about the money, but anyways, it's only 33,000. And then spinach combinations. Yeah. Oh, there's a seed hopper for it too. You can plant with this?
It has a planter, it has a seeder, it has a weeder, it has a sprayer, it has a harvester for your grains and like
What
spinach,
the?
peas, and all that. And it also has a separate harvester that's for like um bunch of other stuff. The only thing it looked like it couldn't do was root crop, and then like grapes and olives, which aren't real, they can't hurt us.
Uh-huh. I don't know how to attach this
I think it attaches to the side.
to the side. But like on the other side.
I'll check in a moment. I'm watering
Yeah.
the goats. As you do.
Suey, it's good to see you. I hope your Zomboid stream went well, by the way. Oh, sweet Jesus.
What am I even watching happen? Oh, that is wild.
We're
I
onto
understand.
something. Am I doing it right?
Okay. All right, I see how it works now.
Is it the other way?
No, I think you're good. I think if you lower down, I don't know where it attaches on this side of it.
Maybe the other way. Imagine if we had to parallel park this to get a driver's license. I would hate that.
Wouldn't you just drive right along NEXAT spot, turn it to the parallel mode, and just move straight sideways?
Confusion.
It is a confusing looking vehicle.
How do you drive?
Wait, does that whole vehicle only turn using one wheel?
I
Oh
don't...
no, okay, I see. From my angle, like just the one side was turning. I'm like, what?
Okay, I don't think it works this way.
I'm honestly not sure where the attachment points
I feel
are
like I have
on
to
the
go
thing
into
on the bottom.
transport mode.
Because it looks to me like there's 3 little catches here. And at those, there's like the little bars on the thing below.
Here, you want to try?
Sure.
Dude, you're not even wearing steel-toed boots. You got your toes out. You got the dogs out. So the attachment point is that here? Oh. I'm gonna walk under the heavy machinery while it's moving around. You need a seed tank to attach? Seriously? The seed hopper?
I mean, we'll probably need the seed hopper anyways.
Oh my lord. Okay. Uno momento. S'il vous plaît.
No problem.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
good luck, Raul. Oh my god, when it moves, like the pneumatics and stuff in it, the hydraulic stuff, it sounds like a.
I'm not sure if you see it on your end. I see like a whole bunch of like red laser lines now where things are supposed to hook up when I got close to this thing.
Oh no, I did not have that.
I'm definitely not going to try and jiggle this in between here.
It sounds like an amusement ride. It's only lease money. We can probably get more lease money because we got more property. Hold on. Finances. Oh. No, we can't. Dude, I want to get steel-toed, OSHA-approved Birkenstocks.
I have a feeling I'm facing the wrong way. It's going to be sad.
No.
I'm pretty sure the thing I see on your side, the three little contacts, I'm pretty sure those go over here. Yep.
Oh,
it's not giving me any special sounds or any icons or anything. I mean, for what it's worth, whether it's practical or not, it looks cool.
How many of these are out there in the world? Like, where is this mostly used in North America? Can someone do some fact checking? Actually, I can do it. You're busy driving. Hold on. Chat, can you do this for me? NEXAT. Farm equipment. Can I have the Wikipedia page or not the... Do I want to go on their website? It's the world's first complete holistic crop production system. The basic premise is simple, yet disruptive. Huh? What does disruptive mean other than bad? What?
Disruptive in business means you're changing the industry. Like
okay.
you're disrupting the existing established industry.
I was like, this doesn't sound like a good thing, but okay. One for all for one. NEXAT combines all the work steps that previously required a wide variety of agricultural machinery into a single system. At the focal point is a powerful widespan carrier vehicle with interchangeable implements that can perform tillage, sowing, plant protection, and harvesting tasks using modular attachments developed in close collaboration with well-known and reputable manufacturers. The modules can be swapped by one person in under 10 minutes. Oh, so it's not under the... What's the word? The powertrain stuff? The shitty things that John Deere does? Where it's like, no, you can't repair your own stuff. You gotta bring it into the John Deere dealership.
Gotcha. So the guiding lines, so if it's red, you're on the wrong side. If it's green, you're on the correct side. And you could tell they added that because it was so impossible to tell where anything's supposed to link up from just quick glance.
Yeah, it's the opposite of right to repair. Ooh, interesting. So with like traditional systems, 60 to 80% of the arable land is driven on, whereas with the NEXAT system, less than 5% of the arable land is driven on.
Yeah, because it's so absurdly wide. Hey, makes sense.
I just want to know, like, it looks like it's in the States and in Germany. I'm just gonna mute myself for a second. Mr. Red coming with the raid, party of 11. Welcome, Raiders. How y'all doing? You're playing Farm Sim 25? Amazing. Were you also doing the NEXAT DLC? How was your stream? It's good to have you guys in here. If you guys are not familiar with who I am, welcome. My name is Ultrasaurus. I'm a mixed-race Canadian streamer, and we do a lot of simulation, survival, and strategy games. Mr. Red, how was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid, my friend. We're currently streaming with Raul, who is also streaming this game right now, too. If you guys click on the stream title, you guys can check him out from there. But yeah, we're having, excuse me, a lot of fun. How was your stream? See how it is. You just leave me. Did you even think to refill the seeds in the seed thing, Raul?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, we need fertilizer.
Oh, gross. Does it take liquid or solid?
Looks like it looks like a bag. I think it's a solid.
Let me. Okay.
I don't know. These look like bins I'd imagine having. Well, I can't tell.
You were doing farm setup? What does that mean, Mr. Red? Can you elaborate a little bit more?
Holy hell, this thing eats up like almost 4 stacks of seeds.
Yum, 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 yum. Delicioso. Okay.
Well, 2.5, I
solid
guess.
fertilizer. I'll purchase 1, and if it works, I'll buy more.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, neat. Okay, awesome.
I have no idea what the capacity is.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We don't have capacity money. You're getting 8, and that's all you're getting.
I could probably carry all 8 of them.
Building farm at the Tassie farm, super cool, neat. I love that.
My God, this thing carries so much. I'm maybe 1/3 full, maybe.
Jeez Louise.
Also, we actually needed the harvester now I think about it.
Isn't that what I got? Oh, Joel.
So those 9 containers, 50%. 50% full.
Yeah. Seeders, planters, hose, sprayer.
Well, I'm just going to assume we're going to be planting something after that,
Dude,
so I'm going to drop these off.
You are a liar. This cannot do spinach.
Let me check again.
I don't think you can.
I could have sworn I saw it. I could be wrong. It could have been like peas or something.
Red, if you want to tell us
Is it
a
not
little bit more
the
about your stream, I'd
Inspire
love to hear about
NX?
it.
Is it not the
What are you looking at?
Where's that? For the header, the Inspire NX? Or is that the radish or whatever the crap it's called? What's the spinach icon?
That's the thing that I just leased. It's a cedar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
it's a
helpful.
cedar. It's a cedar roll.
That's okay. We still do this part.
Spinach.
But now I just need to get a spinach harvester, and we'll harvest some spinach. It's not that big a field.
It's so bad.
I mean, there's worse. The spinach isn't exactly. Are you getting it or me?
I got it.
The bad part's the price, if we're being real.
Yeah. Oh, we were trying to figure out if you could do spinach with the NEXAT equipment, and you super duper can't. Yeah, I was just saying, Mr. Red, if you got a raid and run, by the way, I'm sure you're ready.
The real question is, when that spinach is gone, what do we want to put in place of the spinach? What do we think is the most lucrative?
Something that the NEXAT can deal with.
Yeah. But what do we think is to be the most lucrative we can? Well, I'll check the crops.
Oh, okay.
I'll check and I'll mention the ones I think might be it, and you can just.
Okay, yeah, sure. But dude, thank you so much again for coming with the raid. If we get another shout out from Mr. Red, I would appreciate that, mods. Jen says canola. Jen, would you swear on your life that canola would be the most lucrative?
Unless they massively boost canola in the last couple updates, canola was terrible at the beginning of Farm Sim 25. It was like literally, I think, like third worst crop in the game or something like that. Not counting production lines. But I do believe they buffed it. I just don't know how much. So we can harvest any of the grains: sunflower, soybean, corn, and I think long grain rice are the different possibilities.
We're not doing rice.
Money-wise, I would imagine the soybeans, if we're not processing them, and then if we are processing, if my math still holds up, all the grains were just about the same, with the exception of sorghum, I think was crappy. I don't remember. One of them was like really bad.
I would do soybeans, yeah.
Yeah, soybeans? Fair enough.
Yeah. Dwayne, my Tuesday is going okay. Raul, how's your Tuesday?
My Tuesday's going absolutely fantastic. Now I gotta remember what the heck button it is to switch the seeds. There you are. There's one problem.
What?
We have the cedar.
What do you...
We have the cedar and we need a planter for soybeans.
Lease it? Oh, right. No, they changed it because soy used to be for cedars.
Right.
Just choose something else? Sorghum?
Yeah, we'll just do a grain. Straightforward.
Yeah.
Let me see what grains we can plant the soonest, and that'll be the one we do. Wheat is today for seeding.
Okay. Jen
Works
says
for me.
oats, question mark?
Oats. Oats we would need to seed in March or April.
Oh, you're doing seasons.
We can turn them off.
Oh, I'm indifferent. It's fine.
Usually once you get stuff going, the seasons stop mattering half as much because you got so much to do.
This field of spinach is going to make me cry. You're going to see my blood pressure go up the further along we go.
The East Asian map. What is it? I don't remember what field number it is. Oh. There's the one field that's like 21 hectares or whatever.
Yeah, it's big.
Did that on, I think it was the peas once. It's like, oh my god. It just goes on forever. It's so much money, but it just doesn't stop.
Do you want to lease a tractor and a thing to dump things into?
Yeah, I've already got the tractor. I actually bought it because we were going to need to do the water again and again.
Oh,
so I'm like,
nice,
yeah.
Okay.
So I got the one that's a lot of horsepower for cheap, but not the fastest.
Oh my god, what brand is that? Ew.
Argo Star.
What is,
or Agro Star.
What is...
It's cheap. It's like 140 horsepower for like basically nothing. It's no bells, no whistles. It's got a front-back connection and horsepower for cheap. It's not winning any awards, but it's at least showing up to the race.
This is true.
Versus the equivalent we had in Farm Sim 22 was the 100 horsepower, which didn't have a front connection.
Oh, I actually like that tractor, though.
Oh, I did as well. It was like, early game, it's like, yep, 100 horsepower. What's it got working for it? Nothing but 100 horsepower.
RoboMilker says Agrostar is a modern Dutes? Is that... I don't know what that means. Is that good or bad? Davis, of course they're still making these games. You know that when Farm Sim releases, it has more people playing it than Call of Duty games, right? Actually, I think the release of Farm Sim 25 was like their best release yet in terms of number of concurrent players and sales.
All right, 140 horsepower. How big of a trailer do you think we can get away with?
Wouldn't the trailers, do they tell you?
No, they don't give you a horsepower rating.
I wouldn't fuss about it too much. It's fairly flat. We're not going up any hills, so.
How big is the reservoir on the spinach thing?
It's like a fifth the way full, and I'm already at 6,000.
Oh, only 6,000. Okay.
Davis, I would argue it is not so. First and foremost, they don't release this every single year. This game is released every 3 years, and they have massive updates in both vehicles, functions, environment, graphical updates. Like, I would say Farm Sim 19 to Farm Sim 22, I wasn't particularly impressed with the changes that they made, but Farm Sim 22 to Farm Sim 25 is definitely, like, worthwhile. Robo Milker, thank you so much for the Prime sub, my friend. I really do appreciate you. Are you able to connect, by the way? Thanks for being here. Guys, you guys know who Robo Milker is, right? You guys know Robo Milker is a real genuine dairy farmer? Canadian dairy farmer? Last one you played was 17? Oh, yeah. Do I drive with a wheel or a console? Ooh, neither. Actually, Raul, how do you play this game?
Rain. Harvest penalty, rain.
Oh. I thought you were just, like, excited about the weather. I actually totally forgot about that.
I did the same thing. It's like, oh, that's some lovely rain. It's like, oh, right, harvesting in rain sucks.
Is it still a harvest penalty if it's not a grain, though?
I think it just applies to all crops. I could be wrong.
Because I'm not getting an error message, because usually in the previous games it would throw an error message at you. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is the game usually screams at you.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but it's not raining anymore. Because it's 2 hours later in game now.
It's still visually raining here for me.
Yeah, no, visually it is, but it just cares about the icon.
Davis says your biggest problem was it would take too long to do tasks? I mean, just work with smaller fields then, do smaller jobs. I mean, this game lets you have the agency to kind of do whatever you want to do, right? Are you mowing? I'm harvesting spinach.
Well, I'm pulling up to an empty tractors or empty vehicles if it's going to do something for me.
So, like, yes, in game it's sunny, but visually it's still very much raining for me.
Yeah, no, I think it's because we just rocketed through the weather in like 30 seconds. Grass is still very lucrative, not as strong as it was in 22. Like, it's not just you make your silage and just money dumps from the sky, but it's still pretty strong.
But yeah, Saren, I play with a mouse and keyboard, actually. I do have, like, the Farm Sim task stick. What's the capacity of that?
Like 24?
Here, I can do a dump.
I think I'm on the wrong side.
No, I think you're on the right side. Yeah.
I am not lined up, though.
But yeah, so Raul, do you play on a mouse or keyboard or controller? What do you do?
Mouse and keyboard. Gonna need you to, not be pivoted hard to the side.
It should be dumping right now. If the conveyor belt is moving, why isn't it dumping?
Apparently I have to take the cover off.
There was a cover?
Oh, on mine, yeah, mine it had the cover up.
Oh, on mine there was not. So I was like, what do you mean?
This could take so long.
I know. Why did you buy the spinach field, Rawl?
Because there was only 2 fields.
You-
Well, 3 fields, but the one's tiny.
There's the one by the closer to the train station, though. That's a good field. No, Marty, we're just doing a closed session right now, but thank you for asking.
I can't tell if it's barley, potato. I'll just look at it.
I'm sorry,
those
can
are,
you,
like,
can you not
vaguely
tell the
brown.
difference between barley and potatoes? Is that what you're...
I'm talking about on the map where it has like
Oh.
the gray. I was like, it's all grayish brown, of various degree.
Scanlon, we're doing all right. How are you?
It's potatoes.
Potatoes make me very sad.
They make me very sad too. So Silver Run doesn't know how to have happy crops.
No.
I wonder. This is a bad thing to wonder. If we lease the potato stuff, we bought that land. We probably can't afford to do both those things, actually.
Not unless someone else is harvesting it.
Oh wait, is potato one of the ones you kind of need 2 people to deal with it?
No. It depends on the harvester that you get. There are harvesters that have like a a very small capacity for holding. But usually the more efficient like harvesting methods are like a 2-person thing, but you can lease the one that has like a small reservoir for potatoes.
Yeah, that's my... I remember there's a whole process to potatoes. And that's my fear, is like... Even if I could make the field happen... I do think it'd be one of those things. We can't even make the field happen, so it's irrelevant.
If you wanted to, you could lease mowing equipment and, the grass field that we just purchased, you could mow that and bale it into grass, which would feed the sheep, and then we could sell the rest of the grass bales. I don't know if that's
It's
profitable.
not a bad idea. Honestly, for as cheap as the mower head is, probably just buy the mower head.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works. Hi, Slazzy. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. You completed your first playthrough of Mass Effect? Oh, amazing! That's so fun, Scanlon. Actually, Scanlon, I don't know if they're still playing Mass Effect, but I do know a streamer that was doing a Mass Effect playthrough if you were interested in checking them out. Rawl, what is your favorite type of shark?
Favorite type of what?
Shark. Chondrichthyes.
Oh, shark. That is a good question. I do like the really weird sharks, like the goblin shark or the wobblegong or stuff.
Stop. Okay. I hate it, but okay.
I mean, they're more interesting. They're not boring sharks. They're like...
Whoa!
I shouldn't say boring. It's like,
Whoa!
you know, they're not like kind of all sort of the same, but like one's a little bigger, one's a little flatter. Like, whale shark's more interesting. Hammerhead's an interesting shark because it's weird.
It's okay. I like the hammerheads and they are weird, yes. I look at this end of the field and I'm like, oh, it won't take that long. And then I go back to the other side and I'm like, What were the other little... You actually DM'd me all the things. Hold on. Let us see. Make 1 million from production chains. Sure as hell's not happening tonight. We stacked items. We're not doing the Zelonka one, because we're not on the Zelonka map. Teamwork makes the dream work. Co-stream with a friend and make 1 million. Does it count if you've lost 1 million?
I think it's that we just have 1 million in the count.
Use all 12 NEXAT machines on your field. Oh my god. Oh, draw a picture on your field with your crops? Oh, I can do that. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm just trying to remember with the mowing equipment, which ones center it at the end so I don't have to go through extra processes and which ones do.
Do you think they'll be mad considering, like if I draw something that they might not like?
Depends what that might not like is.
Okay. I'm getting from your chat, Ultra no. What? What's the issue? What do you guys think I'm doing? This is a mostly family-friendly stream. I know, I'm drawing family-friendly things. Jeez, calm down, guys. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal. Family friendly.
Alright, so I bought the mower head and then the baler at least, because it would have wiped out most of our money.
Okay. I just love how chat is so split as to what's happening here, but Raul's just like, you do you, man.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We just need to, at the end, make sure I get a clip of it as well for my dare drop. You see an 8. Why do I have a feeling I know where this is going?
No. You don't.
Is he making a Picasso? A Rembrandt?
I'm making a nice thing. Chat's just a hater. Chris, thanks for the lurk.
It always amuses me, like the really small mower heads where you unfold them, it's just like the tiniest little covers go down.
I know, right? Oh, this looks weird.
You're doing good, pumpkin.
Oh my god. I'm making art.
Look at the bright side. I could have had the voice change already.
Oh my god. So wait, why don't you use the other mic just like full time?
So I actually had it turned off of me because it's wireless, and I think what happened is it's like I think it uses more power than it draws if you just use it for a long time. I didn't run into that with the streaming the game or like during the RP or anything, but I had it turned off me, and I don't know for sure because I haven't used it enough. But it went out of me midstream the other day, and I was like, nope, swapping.
No
Deal with that
kidding,
later.
yeah. Dances, what exactly are you doing? What do you mean? Like, what am I drawing or what am I trying to do? I'm trying to draw. Are you saying I'm drawing a dolphin right now? What? I'm confused. What are we talking about, dolphins or sharks, or what I'm drawing right now? Why does the color change? Is it because the drawing? Oh, the color's changing because I'm harvesting spinach. This is peak farming. Sure. Yeah. I'm harvesting the spinach.
I found lots of places in this map. I seem to like weirdly get like hung up on roads or whatever. Just
Oh?
driving. Yeah, and I didn't have the 22 version of it, so not sure what's going on with that.
Okay, my masterpiece is almost done. And it wasn't what everybody thought it was gonna be, although maybe it was going to be that, but then I got a lot of negativity from chat. No one's got it. I even sang the song too, and no one got it. Whoa.
When you do the grass after getting so used to just like turning on the guidelines and just locking it to it, it's like, oh, right, I have to actually steer in this.
I know, right?
What's this?
Oh my god, how do I do this? Okay, hold on. This is gonna be tough. How do I do this? Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. It's gotta get out of here. Hi, Snow Squirrel. How are you, lovely? It's good to see you.
And you're saying you got it sorted, or you just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
is it
yeah,
done?
yeah, yeah. We got it. I just gotta drive out of here, so I'm not like in the picture.
Gotcha. I'll be right there.
Okay. I'm gonna be mad if no one knows what this is. Like, truly, like, my jimmies are gonna be rustled. I'm gonna be upset with chat. Chat, what is it? What is it? Moon Queen!
I'm assuming I have to get it over to see.
Yeah, if you go into the construction. If you go into the construction mode and just zoom over, you can see. Also, Robo Milker is in the game right now. Hi, Robo Milker.
Just gotta turn my camera, figure out which angle. Ah, there we go. I'm upside down. I think.
What do you mean? What do you? There's clearly a right side up. What do you think, Raul?
What did you say it was? Because I may not just recognize.
I didn't say anything about what it was.
Ah. I mean, it looks well drawn. I don't recognize it though, so I'm assuming I'm looking at it correctly. Like it's got the little arms, the outside, the little tiny feet, holding something up to the right, eyes on the top.
It's a kainui. Un petit kainui. Raul, I swear to God, this is friendship breaking, please.
I'm not catching the reference. I'm sorry.
It's a frog catching a fly with its tongue.
Oh no, I absolutely see it.
Oh
I
yeah, I'm
absolutely
sure
see
you
it.
do. Oh, I'm sure you do, buddy.
No, like the little L
If you
legs
hear
on the outside.
sniffles, it's fine. It's not me crying.
No, the problem was I got in my head that it was like it's like some bipedal creature who had like big muscular
creature.
arms. And I don't know like what was going on with the thing sticking out. Ben, I see it. It's frog.
Thank you. Robo Milker, is there anything in particular you'd like to do? If you really, really wanted to, you could lease another spinach harvester and help me with this jerk of a field that someone purchased. Not naming names.
I mean, it was that or potatoes.
There was no good answer.
Which do you dislike more?
Potatoes.
I was gonna say, my money's on the potatoes because I remember doing those once and going, haha, never doing that again.
Yeah. What a waste of my time making a frog in the field. Good God. Beets are worse. Sugar beets are worse. Specifically sugar beets.
Sugar beets are pretty bad.
Regular, what is it? They have red beets in this game too, right?
Yeah. And they're just the same as all the other root crop.
But I was saying in French, it's a small green frog. Because I was like, I still don't want to give it to you. But I can tell it to you in French, and you might not understand. I think frog and bird are some of my favorite animals to say in French. Frog is grenouille, which is like, here, let me type it in chat. It's like wild. Grenouille. Le ribbit, yeah.
Le ribbit and le squawk.
Oh, you might have to give Robo Milker permissions.
Oh, no problem.
And then the other super, oh crap, I've got DMs, whoopsies. The other really cool
You should be all
word
squared away.
in French is oiseau. Do you know what animal that possibly could be?
You say wuzzle?
Oiseau.
Wuzzle?
Yeah. It's spelt, oh my god, how do I spell it? What? Oh my god. It's spelt like that, oiseau.
No idea. Like, I'm just gonna be like, what's a common bird? Like a finch or...
It's literally bird. It literally means bird.
Oh, it's just bird. Okay.
It's just bird. You were... I'm so proud of you. You went very specific with that. You didn't have to. I am full.
Oh, right. I understand. One moment. I was like, I am full. It's like, okay, congratulations.
Spinach! We are very, very quickly becoming very poor in game.
Uh-huh. I mean,
great.
considering that new contraption probably costs us 100,000 to lease with its 2 headers.
I know.
Yeah, look at the price is like, oh, it's one of these.
Is there no fence for you there? Is there no contact?
The little fences aren't real. They can't hurt you. It's just the big fences.
Uh-huh.
I figured that out because turning around on that field on the other side was super annoying. I'm like, I'm just gonna drive over this fence. I'm like, oh, well, never mind. I'm full.
Actually, I feel like, Stefan, how good is your French? Do you... I actually don't know. I feel like certain parts of Canada are better at speaking the French and learning the French, and I feel like the educational system doesn't fail them as bad. Comme ci, comme ça? Okay. If you yell at a 3-year-old child, which you shouldn't do, but if you do, that is my understanding of French. I remember... Oh, no. I remember, at the farm, or was it at the farm? I can't remember where it was now, but there was, like, random unattended children where I was like, where are your parents? Like, this is a problem. But the kids only spoke French, so I was like, uh-oh. And I was like, ooh, two parents? And instead of responding in French back to me, I think the kid already wrote me off as an idiot in French and was like motioning for me to follow them instead.
I was gonna say, when you're like, I remember, ooh, no. It's like, yeah, I remember that. That happens a lot in SnowRunner.
Oh my god.
You hit that bump and you just see your scout just starting to tip, and you're like, no.
This field sucks. Raul, are you cool if we have RoboMilker join us in VC?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Cool. Let me figure that out.
Yeah, I think you just have
I have
to
to add
add
him
them to
to
the
the
call.
call, yeah. Hello?
Good evening.
Hey, how's it going?
Excellent.
Can you guys hear RoboMilker okay?
Yep, how's the volume for Over Milk on my end as well?
Yeah? Okay, awesome. You were told in school that Canadians spoke 2 languages? So the majority of Canada were required to learn French up until grade 8 or grade 9 high school, and then after that you can continue French or you can learn a different language.
It's actually one of my big regrets not having continued with French in school
Mm-hmm.
because I thought like, who needs to learn French? And and now with my, involvement in industry, you start to work with people in, Quebec and the rest of the country, and suddenly it would be a huge asset to be able to speak French. So
Because
I'm
you've,
actually
I don't
I'm working on it
exactly,
right now, but it's a bit of a work in progress.
I don't know
Sorry,
what
guys.
events you went to, but I've seen you in like the House of Parliament and stuff, right? I think on Twitter.
Yeah. So we always do a big advocacy day with with government every year, and yeah, so it's really cool to be able to go and the one MP we go visit from Manitoba, he always hosts us in like the back corridors of the House of Commons, and yeah, so it's a
That's
lot of
super
fun. Like
cool.
you get to walk across the House of Commons in Ottawa, and I don't know, for me it's kind
Oh,
of
oh, I'll back off.
a really cool thing. Oh, shoot, right there. All right.
I'll back off. No, you're good. You're good. Just a heads up for everybody in chat, both my chat and Rawl's chat, and also Rawl. This is RoboMilker. RoboMilker. This is Rawl.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, but RoboMilker is a real life dairy farmer in Canada. So if anybody in, I'm just volunteering you right now, RoboMilker, because I assume you're totally cool talking about cows. But if you guys have questions for like RoboMilker about like dairy farms and what that's like, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer any questions. I mean, we're
You
doing all
know,
right. How are you?
I'm always happy to talk about cows. So the one thing about learning French now is, like my family immigrated to Canada from Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So my first language was Swiss. I still speak it with my parents. Like
Oh,
I'm
super
still
cool.
fluent. Yeah, so that's really fun. But what I found really interesting is when I speak French, my French has a Swiss accent.
What?
Um, yeah, because I guess my brain is making like, learning French not just with a Canadian accent, but also with a Swiss accent, because that's my mother language, right? So yeah, this one francophone called me out on it. He's like, "Yeah, I detect a hint of Swiss in your French,"
That's
which
so
I think is
wild.
really cool because I don't have a Swiss accent, and it's kind of like it bugs me a little bit because it's you know it I learned English too young to keep any sort of
Yeah, no,
um,
for sure.
accent in it, right? But now that I'm learning French, it's kind of like I don't know, recognition of my heritage, which,
Oh, I love
yeah.
that. Raul, do you speak other languages, by the way?
I used to be fluent in German, but
Whoa.
15 years of not using it.
Like,
I'm survivalist German now.
how did you know German? Like, did you learn that, or did you grow up with that?
So way back, my parents were really involved in exchange programs, and so we ended up getting a lot of like close German family friends from that we still like meet up with now and then these days. And then because easy A's in schools are really nice, so since I already knew a lot of it, I just took it in high school too. I used to know like a little French, a little Spanish, a little Mandarin, and a little Russian because I went to a
Look at
foreign
you
languages
go.
class.
You
But it was
worldly
like,
person, you.
where's the bathroom? I would like to have 3 at the table, like stuff like that. The moment someone tries to have a real conversation, it's like, no, sorry.
Hi, Snack Attack. What was I gonna say? It's funny. So again, I don't disclose where I live in Canada. Just a friendly reminder. But one of the dairy farmers that we spoke to before the stream started, they were like, "Oh yeah, you sound like you're from here," and I'm like, "Oh, do I?" And they're like, "Yep." I'm like, "I'm not, but that's good to know that I sound like I'm from there." So even like
So they
different
didn't
parts
even
of...
get it right.
No, he didn't even get it right. That's why I was like, why do you think I'm from there? Like I don't know. I guess I sound like I'm from there, but no, it's really interesting that even I mean, it's the same in the States, but across Canada, there's like so many different accents.
Which language is the hardest to learn? Ooh, real close split between the Russian, I think it was Japanese.
You know what's funny?
Because neither of those, the letters work the same way as English.
So, like, my family on my mom's side is all Chinese, and so I grew up with my grandma speaking a lot of Cantonese to me. And so, learning French was really hard for me because I was like, what? Masculine, feminine? Like, past tense, present tense, no tense. I was like, this is really hard for me to, like, remember. And unfortunately, Duolingo doesn't teach Cantonese, which would have been relevant and interesting for me. But they do teach Japanese. I was like, next best thing. I can, I don't know, watch maybe animes without the subtitles. Probably, maybe, I don't know. But, I find Japanese really easy because it's very similar to Chinese in the sense that, like, this means this means that. Here's the symbol for this. That's all you know. Like, just like for like, if that makes sense.
With the accents thing, so I don't think of myself as having an accent, you know, outside of like within the US, you don't think of yourself having a distinct accent. And when I was back in high school, I had there's a thing called ROTC, but the big thing is there's a dance. But like they invite military people to the dance because it's related to that. And so there's some like general or whatever it was, and all I said, "Hi, my name is," and then you said said my actual name. And he's like, "Where are you from?" It's like, "Oh, Central Florida." It's like, no, before that.
Oh my.
It's like, and he was like, "You're you from Ohio?" It's like, "Michigan." Pretty close. I must have spent like the next month going, what did I say? I said, "My name is this." What in that sentence did he pick up to single me out within like 100-mile circle or something?
I would argue like the flip side of that. It hasn't happened to me because the term is like white passing, so I look very Caucasian. But for my mom, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, Canada." No, but where are you from?" It's and people just want to know what she is ethnically, which I feel like I personally think it's okay to flat out ask that, but like it's this weird beat around the bush thing where it's like people don't want to flat out ask. And I think what's really awful is like for like especially like Canadians that are Chinese that were born and raised here, it's like this implication that like, no, you were not born in Canada. Like, where are you from? Like, you must have come here from somewhere, right?
Yeah, I would say from my perspective, it'd be really, really weird to be like, what ethnicity is your family?
Oh, I'll ask that, but I'm also like mixed race, so I feel like better about asking that.
Oh yeah, no, for me, it would be a real uncomfortable question. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but it'd be like,
So what are ya?
they're gonna read a little bit too much into that question than I'm actually meaning
Yeah.
by it.
What type of so Robomelker, you're in Manitoba. What types of, like, what are the really good restaurants that you can go to for food? I'm just curious.
Uh, uh, there's like a couple of spots in the city in Winnipeg where there's like some, I don't know, some really good um, ethnic restaurants, for lack of a better term, like
No, that's fine.
specializing in, you know, Hungarian and
Mm.
Italian and like there's just a couple places where you can find those sorts of restaurants. That's always what I go for. Like you'll go to your, you know, fancy pants steakhouses, but to me, you know, seen one, you've had them all. But um, yeah, like the Corridon Avenue in Winnipeg is one place where that's kind of their local thing to have
Mm-hmm.
some really good restaurants.
So we have a lot of Americans here in chat. And what I think is really interesting that I didn't realize was like a difference, something that like people didn't realize, but in Canada, due to like, you know, the high level of immigration that we've had over the, you know, hundreds of years, there's a lot of like Ukrainian, like Hungarian influence here. And so like, you know, me talking about like, oh yeah, pierogies, we just have them all the time. And a lot of the people on stream are like, what, A, they don't know what pierogies are, and B, they're like, oh, that's not something that we can easily get here. But you just take it for granted here in Canada. It's like, yeah, pierogies, let's go, right?
If
Well,
you know where to look, you can find pierogies here.
Yeah.
well, in our area, there's actually quite a big Mennonite population as well, and they seem to have also adopted the pierogi and made it their own. So
Let's
like
go.
it's just a normal thing, pierogies and schmon fat, which if anybody has heard that term before, I'd be very impressed.
So, fun fact in the pierogi thing, that's actually a family tradition for us to make pierogies for Christmas.
That's delicious. I am
So
gonna
much
pee
work.
my pants if I stay here, so I'm gonna mute myself for a second, and I'm gonna be right back, okay?
All right.
Red coming with a raid! Party of 11, welcome, raiders. We don't have to stay home. We don't have to go home, but we can't stay with Red, so we're here to keep you company. Red, how was your stream? How are you doing? For those of you who are just coming in, right now we are doing a farm sim stream with Raw, and we also have Robomelker who joined us. Robomelker is one of the dairy farmers that joined us for our earlier series. We were talking about like dairy farms and stuff. We're having a fun time. We're farming, we're chilling. I'm drawing frogs in the fields. It's great. Red, how was your stream? Lovely. It's so good to see you. I do need to pee like nobody's business. Like I'm gonna pee myself. But what were you doing for your art tonight, Red? Doing one of your D&D characters. She's a satyr bard and she's adorable. I love that so much. You guys don't know who I am. My name is Ultrasaurus. I'm a mixed race Canadian streamer. We do a lot of simulation, survival, and strategy games. And yeah, we're just mucking around in Farm Sim right now. We might transition to Zoo Tycoon later. Big maybe. We'll see. I don't know. But Red, if you want to give us a little bit more details while I'm peeing, and I'll come back and read it, I'll love it. But guys, seriously, go and check out Red. Go and follow her. She's an amazing, fantastic content creator. She is just so beautiful and so strong, and everything that I hope to incorporate, like, in my own life. Just her strength and resilience. She does a lot of art, but she also does a lot of like games like Stardew Valley. You were doing Red, oh my god, Red Wall Merchant? I remember you told me the name of it. It looks super interesting. But she does like a variety of games. She's slowly like breaking her way into gaming, which is something that she didn't really do before streaming, which is super fun watching someone play these games. Oh my god, I have to pee. Be right back. Huh? Yeah, she did Bobo's all by herself. It's great. I kind of betted on it. I was napping and she went to go and take a poo. Sorry, I'm like everyone on stream can hear me right now too. She took a poo I could hear her doing it, and I was like, oh no, I better close the door. So she like does like a poop scoot, like it's contained in the bathroom, but I was so tired that I was like, what are the chances that she poops nicely and I don't have to deal with this? And I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna lie in bed and let what happens. And no, she went nicely, so it was fine. So there's no crisis event, but like I should have done something anyways. Hi guys, how's it going? It's good to see you. Also, Carson, I hope you're doing well. We didn't already get a shout out for Carson. I would love it. How are you guys all doing? We're gonna hop back into the call with everybody else here, but Red, thank you so much again for the raid, lovely guys. Seriously, you need to follow Red if you're not already following her. And Red, thank you so much for coming in here, lovely. You mean the world to me. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, like genuinely. Yeah, guys, we're farming. We're having a good time here. Okay, I peed. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We made it through the Amish, the Mennonites, and we're just finishing up on the Hutterites.
So, I don't know. Okay, I know about the Amish, but the rest of the groups I actually don't know.
So I guess in the States, Mennonites are like Amish light, and in
Amish
Canada,
light!
in Canada they're just regular Anabaptists.
Interesting.
And then Hutterites are Anabaptists that live on colonies with communal ownership and like full-on religious communism.
Whoa.
And there's quite a few of them in the dairy industry. Like a lot of them will have a big dairy farm, especially in Saskatchewan and Alberta.
Interesting. In IRL, I've only seen the Amish once, and we were like driving down a highway, and I was shocked because I was like, is that a horse-drawn carriage like going through a field right now? I was like, what is going on?
With the bright orange triangle on it so you can see it at night.
Oh my god.
But again, if you ever want cheese, there are few who make cheese as good as the Amish.
Really?
They
like, what
are
type of cheeses do they
ridiculous.
do? Sorry, I love cheese.
Yes. All of it.
Have I ever seen a nun? I don't know if no, yeah, I've seen nuns before. Actually, fun fact, because like, again, my family is from India. I actually have photos of my family with Mother Teresa in Calcutta in India. Sorry, that was like a weird, like, 90-degree turn there in subjects, but...
Oh no, it's all good.
My grandma's older sister was a nun. Lived
Oh,
like
wow,
in a
no
convent,
way.
did all the things. Yeah. Was like the most peaceful person you'd ever meet. Like the opposite of the stereotypical, nun that beats the kids with the ruler.
Oh!
I like when she was about 85 years old. Apparently, she had called my parents one time just as a, catch up, see how they're doing. Like my dad would be her nephew.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, the other day I thought, not feeling so good. This might be it. So went to sleep and figured I might wake up in heaven. But next morning, yeah, here I still am. So just like
That's a rough phone call.
Well, no, because for her it was like no big deal because, she had all the peace in her life and,
yeah, fair.
wasn't worried about her,
Where she was going.
her ultimate destination.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my god.
Do we have a tractor to go dump that load of spinach?
Oh, we did.
I am
Rawl.
dropping it right now. It was full. I'm bringing it back now.
Awesome, because I am full.
Are you east or west face?
He's right there.
I
He's
don't
right
mind to
there.
see you.
Yeah.
Right here.
I always forget what side I need to be on with these. Here, I can come to you. You just hold still.
All right, I'll hold still. Otherwise, we're going to do a weird tango.
I think the weirdest thing would be on the receiving end of that call, like
I
somebody
don't
being
know
like,
how
"Yep,
I would respond to
thought
that,
I
man.
was gonna die last night." I'm like, this not making me feel great. My God, how much can that thing carry? This okay.
I have 2% left, so
All right, so we have almost the exact same capacity.
Oh, neat. Okay. I don't know if did I tell you guys I was invited to a rodeo in the next month or two? So I'm gonna go and do that.
like to participate.
No, my God. Well, okay, listen. As an equestrian, I wouldn't actually do too half bad compared to like the average, Canadian. I was talking about that on the last stream. I was like, you know what? I really want to try a mechanical bull because I feel like I would actually be like pretty okay.
And this is the story of where Ultra has to take a little time off streaming due to a fractured arm.
Okay, listen. Well, the thing is, like, I was like the official trainer for a lot of horses, so I was put on all the super naughty, awful, bucking, bolting, horrendous horses for the longest time. I don't have the leg strength anymore, but at one point, I was able to sit like glue in the saddle, like nothing could throw me off. It was nice.
Yeah, no, riding, from what I've heard, when they turn up mechanical bulls to, like, the harder settings, it's much harder than a real animal, because, like, you can kind of watch what the animal's doing, just the way it, like, goes to pitch forward, and you're like, oh, it's about to buck back. But, it's just a thing on a machine that just throws its weight whatever way it wants to.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't actually think you'd fracture your arm, but
who knows?
a lot of people get hurt on those things.
So, Rebel Milker, the last farmer that I spoke to said that you guys were getting some pretty nice warm weather over there, eh?
We were, and then last night got ridiculously north wind, and this morning the water line was frozen in my young stock and closed everything up last
The
night.
water line got frozen. Doesn't that usually end up like breaking like I don't know how your farm is built, but like doesn't that mess with the pipes and stuff? And
yeah, I mean we use everything PEX pipe, and I guess there was enough spots where like the calves were still drinking, so that kind of relieved the pressure on the other side. Yeah. So nothing was spraying this morning when it thawed out. So it wasn't too bad. They were a little frustrated because
we didn't want our money, no. I think what was really so Raul, are you familiar with hoses and pipes in the wintertime and how awful that is?
I grew up in Michigan. Yes,
okay,
I am.
So you're aware. Okay. At my farm, I've been there for a long time, so I know, oh, it's frozen, run the hoses, right? Like, keep them going. Like, we don't have, like, a really insulated, heated, like, good water system here. So if it gets cold, you just run the hoses, and the movement of the water naturally keeps it from freezing. But hey, the rest of the farmers that were working apparently, think they know better in the wintertime and decided to not run any of the hoses. It was great. And so one of the main hoses inside the barn, which is normally kept insulated and warm by the animals, like the natural heat of them, but it was so cold it froze. And I saw that this happened, and I was like, that's a bad hose to freeze, because I'm like, that's connected to the entire barn system. So I took pictures and I sent it to my manager being, hey, this hose froze. This is gonna be really bad when it thaws out. I'm like, I literally sent her photos of the PVC piping, like, cracked. I was like, this is gonna be really bad when it thaws. And she didn't listen to me, ignored it. And all of a sudden, it was this big surprise when the entire barn was flooding with water when it thawed out. Big surprise. Oh, wow, we couldn't have predicted that. How could we have possibly known? Oh, it's not like Ultra sent photos basically being like, this is going to be a thing once the temperatures go above 0. Oh, I wasn't working that day, so whatever, not my problem. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Sal, how are you doing, lovely? It's so good to see you. How are you?
Is that a Sal Berry?
Sorry, I meant to, I try to mute myself when I yell at people in chat. That is a Salberry.
I mean, you don't need to do that. Sal's fantastic.
We love Sal. What am I doing? Okay.
So, for a fun thing that maybe farming-wise you don't run into there, because I don't imagine you do a whole lot of citrus up there.
What do you mean?
no.
Up in Canada, we grow so many lemons and limes and avocados, we don't need to import them at all from the States. Right, Robomilkers?
I thought this was a non-political stream and community. I didn't know we were touching on these subjects.
No, sorry.
Oh, no.
I'm just joking about the fact that, like, we literally, I don't think we can even grow citrus up here. I don't think that's a thing.
No, that's the whole reason I was going with that. So, do you know what our way we try to protect citruses when we have a bad freeze down here is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll spray them with water.
Yep, spray them with water,
Yeah.
cover them with ice.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Trap all that heat in. It's a very...
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're gambling on time, because once you do that, it's like, all right, I really hope it warms up tomorrow, because
Whoa.
if it doesn't, this plant's going to die.
13, thank you
Yeah,
so much for
so
the raid.
as
How
far
are you
as I
doing, lovely?
understand,
It's so
like,
good to see
the
you. How
principle
was your
is
stream?
your citrus can get to just below freezing because there's enough acid in there,
Okay,
but you don't want them to get
Listen,
to like
my harvesting pattern
-5.
is just fine.
So if you're spraying them with clean water, when that water freezes, it actually like prevents the fruit inside from going to -5.
Yep, it's an insulator.
Oh, super cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I'm just gonna mute myself for
So
like
it's-
30 seconds here.
it-
You guys can keep talking. Raiders, if you don't know who I am, my name is Ultrasaurus. I'm a mixed race Canadian streamer. We do a lot of simulation, survival, and strategy games. And tonight we are playing Farm Sim for the new DLC that they have. Your stream was good? You're playing Monster Hunter? Get out. How was it? 13, it's so good to see you, lovely. Thank you so much for coming in here. Okay, hello, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Guys, if you don't know 13 historically has done a lot of World of Tanks. But they play, like, a variety of games. You've been branching out to super fun things. Oh my god, what did I see you streaming the other day? Maybe not streaming. I keep seeing you booting up SnowRunner on Steam, though. 13, thank you so much for coming over here. If you want to tell us a little bit more about your stream, I'd love to hear it. I'm gonna hop back into... I went just to do my spiel and introduce the streamer rating. I like to mute myself, but I'm gonna hop back into here. Oh my... Hey! Oh my god! Talk to me, Goose! I know you. Wait, am I still following you? Hold on. I think I was very intimidated to follow you. I've known of you for, like, the longest time. And you do a lot of, World of Tanks, too. Sorry, how do I know you? Through 13 and other friends. Yeah, you do. Here, let me shoot you a follow, too. Sorry, I've been very intimidated to follow you, so... I love your username because... So listen. I thought you played DCS. I thought you were, like, into fighter jets because... Oh, this person has a username called Talk to Me Goose. Of course they play DCS. Of course they fly Tomcats and F-14s. And then I was like, this is a lot of tanks. Yeah, dude, do you play DCS? I haven't played DCS in a while, but I've done it quite often. Anyways, I just wanted to say hi. You've got the Tomcat. Let's go. He's very spooky. This was when I was a much smaller streamer. Like, I think 13. How long have we been following each other for? I think I knew about you, Goose, because I think you do some collabs with 13, right? I think I've seen you in collabs with 13 before. Goose, 13, we've known each other for 4 years. It's been 4 years, dude. Yeah, 4 years ago I was a little baby streamer, so I was a little intimidated, but Anyways, now that that's all out in the open. Oh. 3 years and 7 months, I know, right? Yeah, no, Goose, that's awesome. You did quite a bit. Dude, you let me know. You ever want to play DCS together? You let me know, dude. We'll play DCS together. I've got, what do I have? I've got the F-18. I've got the Phantom, which I pre-ordered and I haven't flown yet. I've got the Apache. I've got the Tomcat. I've got the Striegel. I've got... Oh god, what is that? Dunk, what's the French plane? The Mirage. 13, do you play DCS too? Do you want to join us? Dude, how cool would that be? Oh my god, that would be so cool. Sorry, I'm like so distracted and happy to talk about like planes and DCS right now. You don't play DCS? I think you should change that. I think you should change that. What? Yeah, I know DC. We're literally talking about DCS right now. So there's a guy that I know that has the F-15 Strike Eagle that... No! He was a fighter pilot? Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know anyone who's flown the Striegel. But if you're familiar with Casmo, Goose, Casmo's a good friend of the stream too. Casmo flew... Casmo did Apaches, right? Casmo did Apaches? Kiowa Warriors and Apaches, yeah. No, actually, Goose, if you're not acquainted with Casmo, I would definitely go and check them out too. Yeah, no, they're super cool. He got shot at some point. I don't mean to brag, but I've flown a lot of Delta. Like, as a passenger, 13? As a passenger? Goose, or no, sorry, Goose, 13, what are your plans for streaming this week, by the way? If we can get another shout out for 13, I would really appreciate that, guys. 13 has been a long-time friend of the stream. We love and appreciate him. 13, I'm so sure you're gonna be playing Roadcraft, too. It's so good to see you in here. And Goose, thank you so much for coming to the raid. Sorry, I just... I sometimes talk, and the filter that I have doesn't, like, kick in, and then I just keep saying things, and I'm like, Ultra, what are you saying? You're so stoked for Roadcraft? I'm so stoked, too. Yeah, no, it's gonna be good. It's when Ooh, we're not gonna bump into RoboMilker. So just for context for you guys, we're playing Farm Sim right now. We've got Rollin here, who's another amazing, fantastic... You love Roadcraft? Did you do the demo, Goose? Goose, I literally did a speed run of the demo. I beat it in like an hour. Because I was like, let's see how fast we can do this. Someone phenomenal, thanks for the follow, welcome. Oh, Goose, thank you for the follow, too. At least you're reading chat. I mean, it is a little bit difficult to read chat when you're collabing with a bunch of people. So we've got Rollin here, who also does sim games. And we have RoboMilker. RoboMilker is a real, genuine Canadian dairy farmer who's playing Farm Sim with us right now, which is amazing, and I love it so much. I've done a couple of sponsorships for the dairy farmers of Manitoba, and so that's how I got to meet RoboMilker. Goose, are you Canadian? Did I not know that about you? Oh no. Are we both Canadian? Well, sorry, I'm not questioning it, but... Yo, let's go! We love supporting Canadian content creators. You're in New Brunswick? Oh my god. Do they have internet out there? Sorry. Goose, I don't disclose where I live. I don't disclose where I live because people like to play the guessing game, and as a female content creator, it gets a little scary with people trying to like pinpoint where I live. So I live generically in Canada. But that's super cool that you live in New Brunswick. Sorry, I'm feeling a little spicy tonight, okay? Sue me. We're gonna hop back into the call right now with Rawl and RoboMilker because I've stepped away for a little bit too long. But Goose, dude, I'm super happy to like formally chat with you one-on-one, and like I look forward to catching your content. And 13, what are you gonna... Dude, what are you doing for stream this week? I made a completely superfluous road in Roadcraft just for fun. You can make so many crazy roads in Roadcraft, right? Yeah, dude, what are you doing? Hold on, did you already tell me? Thursday, Friday. That doesn't tell me. What are you streaming? What are you doing? I live where Goose's favorite team is, born and raised. Favorite team for what? Legal fees are too expensive to sue. Oh, Montreal. Can you imagine if you said your favorite team was the Toronto team? I would have been like, that might actually warrant a ban. Or I don't know, I would be mad judging you, man. Toronto? No one likes the Toronto Leafs. Literally no one does. What do you mean? Oh my god, here, hold on. Okay, sorry, I'm back. RoboMilker, how do you feel about the Toronto Leafs?
So that's actually I don't have a strong position on them, but my father-in-law is a very long-suffering, lifelong Leafs fan, and yeah, actually, I'm taking him to see his first home game this week in Toronto, so I'm very excited about that.
Okay, how prepared is he to lose?
I mean, it's against Florida, so it would sting a little bit, I suppose.
Actually, Raul, are you into any sports? Do you follow hockey or baseball or football?
So I used to play lots of sports. I've not really been much of a spectator.
Have you? Oh, no. Have you been to games, though? Like, in person?
Yeah, I've been to games before.
What? And you didn't like them?
I mean, it's fine for me. It was usually people having an excuse to drink, mostly.
Okay, listen. Watching the games on TV versus being there in person, it's so different.
It is. I don't disagree with that at all.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty.
So I presume I can return my harvester here, right?
Yeah. We're all done now. We're all done. We just have
And
some
everything's emptied?
Canadians that came into chat, and we're talking about hockey teams.
Well, I mean, they can all look up to the Jets, so
Winnipeg Jets, right? That's like one of the newest
Yeah.
leagues on the team, right?
Well, it's a long story, but we got them back. But they're yeah, top of the league right now. So
Are they
they're in a
actually?
downtrend. Oh yeah.
Oh, let's go. Why is my thing Monster Hunter or
Did I
World of
return
Tanks?
your
That's
harvester?
awesome,
No, I
13. I
didn't.
love that for you so much. I hope I can catch one of your streams. What was I gonna say? Ooh, fun fact, and no one in VC is allowed to answer it. Do you guys actually know what the national sport of Canada is? Will it actually dump into the... Here, hold on. Come here.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I just don't know how to drive this
No
thing.
way it does that. No. Curling? No. Hockey? No.
No.
Wrestling? No. Someone got it in chat. Ooh, 2 people. 3 people. Yeah, lacrosse. Lacrosse is the national sport of Canada. Also, I will say, I think Canadian football is a lot more interesting than American football, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But it's faster paced, and there's less mucking about, okay? There's less mucking about in the sport.
Let me put it this way. As someone here in the U.S. who had to deal with American football everywhere, it is one of the most uninteresting sports to watch.
Oh, no, but did you not watch the Super Bowl this year? It was so good. Kansas City got creamed.
So I would watch like the commercials and the halftime show in the past, but like actually watch the game, nah, I got better things to do with my time.
Oh, it was so...
Just watch paint dry or grass grow.
RoboMilker, did you watch it?
I did not. It's American football. It's far too slow. Their balls are too small.
So
their field is too small. They're missing a player. They're not very fast. They're just really, really big. You want me to keep going?
So the funny thing about this Super Bowl was Kendrick Lamar, the halftime show rapper, literally throughout his halftime show, he literally got more distance than Kansas City did in their game through walking around on the stage. He literally walked a further distance than they did in the game. That's how badly they got creamed. Like the quarterback got sacked. Like, I was like, again? Like, so many times. Anyways, I enjoyed the game because I was just like, this is a murder right now. This is not even a game right now.
Where you're sitting there going, stop, stop, they're already dead.
Literally, no.
I'll just keep sending it, forgetting that I'm using the round bales, and I have to stop for it.
Oh.
So next up, we're going to have to deal with however we want to deal with that field, whether plowing, cultivating, whatever.
Ooh,
I believe
do we have to
the
plow
new
it?
thing
Can we just direct seed or no?
I don't think
I was
this
like,
thing
I
has
stopped
the
and I was
drill
like,
seeder.
wait,
I could be wrong.
I think people can hear that.
It has a cultivator, though, as well for an attachment. Or was it a harrow? I think it was a disc harrower.
No, a disc grower is for like veggies though. Like not veggies, but like corn and stuff.
Yeah, but Farm Sim doesn't care.
Farm Sim does care.
Wait, between the cultivating, deep cultivating, I mean the plow is different.
No, it
mechanically.
matters. Just harrowing versus just cultivating. No, it matters. Like for what you plant. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Okay, I mean, so what does it actually impact in the game? Like yield?
You have no. It's like you have to disc harrow for certain crops. Like certain crops require disc harrowing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah.
certain crops have a requirement, but other crops, disc harrowing is acceptable as like a form of cultivating.
I've never done that because if I'm not,
I have because of the sales. And when you're on Survivor Match, I was like, it's on sale. I'm buying it. I can afford it.
That's exactly how I ended up with a
no, have a good one, 13. Thank you so much again for coming here with the raid. If we can get another shout out for 13, I would appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your lovely community in here.
Yeah, I'll usually do like the whole math around like, okay, if I buy this piece of...
You guys could have raided anywhere into Twitch and you guys decided to come here and I appreciate you for that, so thank you.
Sure, that's the most expensive piece of equipment. Bye.
Bro... What is the Oxbow? Oh my god, Oxbow. Anytime I think of Oxbow, I think of like gerbil food or hamster food because that's what they do. Okay, we're so happy to have you in here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions for me, just letting you guys know, so we kind of have branched out into more like simulation, strategy, and survival games, but historically I've done a lot of SnowRunner, American Truck Sim, Euro Truck Sim, DCS, Microsoft Flight Sim.
However you want to process that field, I'm fine with it.
Train simulators, Kerbal Space Program, Factorio, Satisfactory, iRacing, My Summer Car, like a lot of simulation games here. I haven't done World of Tanks.
We can go with what can we plant today. Because we looked at wheat. Because we could do the wheat with that new machine that we're supposed to be showing off.
And I'll be sure to say hi and not be such a shy bean in your chat.
New thing. So we can plant wheat, grass, oil-seed radish, canola, and barley.
Barley!
Yeah, I'd be fine with barley. Barley or wheat, either of those. Canola, like I said, when I did the math, it was terrible in the game.
So,
but it got buffed.
Let me see the cultivator that we have. The
oil-seed radish. Let's go.
You want oil? Isn't that just a cover crop, though? Like, I don't think you make money from that.
You do, because you save on fertilizer going forward.
Oh! From a milker!
Sorry.
You're bringing too much realism into the game right now. Listen, like, I know you did that IRL on your, like, farms and your fields, but, like, I feel like that you don't save nearly as much on fertilizer as you do on like making money on crops.
That's because in this game the fertilizer is unrealistically cheap.
Well, they don't have a cow slurry to or I mean they do, but we don't have cow slurry right now to fertilize our fields. Did you how much of the stream did you watch with me chatting with Ella, by the way?
Unfortunately, I missed most of that.
Oh my god.
But I know you got some very nice compliments on your drive. I don't
He
know if your
was so
driving was
pleased
better
with
that
it.
day, or maybe his standards were just lower than mine.
But he was saying things like he's like nitrogen follows the liquids. And I was like, okay, cool. Like whatever. I was like, I don't know what that means. But then he was talking about how phosphorus from cow manure, cow slurry, follows the solids. And then I realized, I was like, oh, I get what you're saying. I'm like, I didn't realize it when he mentioned it initially. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, in terms of fertilization, the majority of the nitrogen in like cow manure is in the liquid parts of it, and the majority of the phosphorus is in the more solid parts. And so depending on what plant you're growing and what you want to crop you want to grow, you utilize either more of the liquid parts of the cow manure or the solids. And it blew my mind. I was like, wait, I didn't know that.
You got it exactly right.
Yeah, super cool. I just love how every single one of those streams I came away with like fun facts. Is it working? Do you need to plow or cultivate, or is it just like running?
I don't know. No, it's not planting it.
No, so we gotta get a thing for it.
Yeah, we can check the attachments.
Jay,
Like I
I'm
said,
doing
I
it right. How
know
are
it
you?
has a discar over, but maybe it has a cultivator. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know.
Video
think
game
this
versus IRL debate. Sorry, continue what you guys are saying.
Video
I
game
think
versus
this is just
IRL.
the cedar attachment, right? Like it's not
Yeah,
the.
that's just the cedar.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look in the store. A cultivator prepares the field for the next sowing. Is that what we need? Can we cultivate after? Can we cultivate after spinach?
I mean, you can cultivate after any crop.
No, but
It's
some
not necessarily a good idea.
Oh my god, some things require plowing. I think. Am I crazy? I don't know.
Yeah, so there will be crops that require plowing just to get rid of all the trash or the stubble, but I'm sure spinach isn't one of those because there wouldn't be a lot left.
I'm leasing it. It's happening.
If it's real.
For realism versus not realism things that upset
Please, thank
me.
you so much for the like.
Is
I
the
appreciate that.
whole
No, you have a
field
good night,
stones
and I'll be showing up in your
and how
stream,
no
and
matter
I'll
how
be
many
saying
times
hi.
you work
You have a
a
good one. Thank you so
field,
much
you
again, my dude.
always get the same amount of field stones. And I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
but
sure. You never get
that's
none, but
I don't know. You farm in our area, and like every spring, that's your first crop. A bunch of stones to go collect because the frost pushes them out of the ground.
Is that what
Gotcha.
happens?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Whoa.
So I guess I should be letting you drive this since this is your.
No. You drive it. You have fun. You have fun. I'll watch you. I'll supervise.
You'll critique my driving.
Yeah,
of this,
yeah, because it's gonna be yeah. My driving is so much better. Clearly.
this German engineered abomination.
What do you actually? Yeah. So Robo Melker, what are your thoughts on the NEXAT system?
I'm really intrigued.
Uh-huh.
And I think like the challenge is just the complexity of the thing, right? Like you compare this to a tractor and it's just ridiculously more complicated.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm not sure how you like if this is something that's going to work for a large number of farms, or if it's going to be basically just mega farms, or which way do I have to attach this thing? Figure this out.
So if you
So-
detach whatever's on there, it should actually, Raul, if you want to explain it, you were the one who was driving it when you were attaching things.
Yeah, but can you attach both of them?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know there's a way you could do it, where you have both machines on at the same time, so you can do a single pass. Like that's the whole point of this thing.
You
So,
can cultivate and seed?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe chat needs to help us out here.
Chat.
Yeah, I have no idea about the real life piece of equipment. It looked like there's only one attachment point on the bottom, but I very well could be wrong.
Do you see lines right now, Robo Milker?
No,
Hmm.
but I think I have to get closer. Okay, so I got
Yeah.
lines there. Yeah, all right. So I see the
Yeah, if
lines.
the lines are red, you're on the wrong side. That's what I've learned.
All right. How do you attach? Automatic attach. Hold O.
Oh, crazy boy. This is an insane piece of equipment. So chat's saying that apparently, allegedly, most farmers don't like it. When I was on their website, one of the more interesting things that I read about their system was that, where did I find it here? It reduces significantly the amount of arable land that's driven out due to like just the sheer width of it.
So I think it's not necessarily the width of the machine that's the big advantage. It's the fact that all of the traffic is like all of the compaction is just always on exactly the same lines. So
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh.
so what ends up happening is like those tram lines, basically nothing grows there because like you how do you even take this thing off?
Q?
There we go. Oh no.
Actually, do you play with a keyboard or a controller?
I play with a keyboard.
Okay.
I don't even have a joystick.
I
on
realize
my
yelling
loader.
press Q might be irrelevant if you have a controller. Neat.
Okay. So it looks like this is a cultivator seeder, like a one-pass machine.
Oh shoot, is it?
I think so, or at least. No, that's a slurry distributor. What did you buy?
We're not doing slurry.
There's a fertilizer thing on top of it. It takes the solid fertilizer. And then there's the seeder up there as well. So basically the big thing on top of it's just dealing with the storage for everything. And the bottom part's the seeder.
Right. But is it a seeder, or is it a manure injector, or is it a fertilizer
It
injector?
should be a
Or is it
seeder.
any of the above?
Fertilizer.
Wait, are you saying I leased the wrong thing?
So the thing on top is the seeder / fertilizer injector. And the
Right.
bottom thing
I'm
we had
asking
before
about the
was a seeder.
tool.
It's a cultivator.
Right.
It says it's a
Okay.
cultivator where slurry distributors can be attached to suitable slurry tanks.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
So you can either use it as a cultivator, or you can use it to incorporate slurry
I would assume so.
if you
Unless I
have a slurry
bought the
tanker
wrong
on top.
thing.
Let's see what happens if I put it
I
in the
think
field.
so. Should be.
Welcome into science.
Oh my god.
So I read a study a while ago about a farmer that had that same idea of
Hi,
just
Azrael.
controlled traffic, like having his field set up so that I think he had set up all his equipment to be exactly 40 feet wide. And then his tractor, his combine, his cultivators, like
Crazy boy, this
everything
one.
had
This one,
exactly the same
100%.
spacing. So it's the same principle as the NEXAT. But obviously nowhere nearly as complicated. He just had to adjust the wheel spacing on his equipment. But it was that same idea that you're never driving over the land where the crop is meant to be growing, and in return you sacrifice your wheel tracks because you're driving on them all the time. So there's really nothing that grows there. Super interesting. Like the principle makes a lot of sense. Just minimizing that soil compaction. It wouldn't work for us because we do a lot of forage crops, and then you have a lot of traffic everywhere.
I only learned the concept of soil compaction when I was driving tractors in Wisconsin, because I was asking I guess they're farmers, but the people who were there helping us with the vehicles, I was like, well, what is the point of doing like a tractor versus like a regular tractor with like regular wheels? And they're like, oh, it has to do with soil compaction. I was like, what? And they explained it to me. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I didn't know about that. You might be able to like explain it a little bit better, RoboMilker, than I can, by the way, if you want to let people know what soil compaction means in farming.
Yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like. Like it's how much you firm up. So, like when you're planting a crop, you definitely want good seed to soil contact. So you want a little bit of compaction right behind where the seeds go in the ground. But then the rest of the time you want to limit how much you're pressing on the soil, because the more you compact it, the less water can flow through it, the less air gets into the soil, and it's harder for the soil microbes to do their thing, to break down the plant matter. And yeah, so like on my farm, one of the things we did is we've got a manure tanker that I can put slurry into the standing corn. So it means I can wait, like the corn is already growing, the field is getting drier, and I can haul the slurry in the summer, and then that's less compaction. Like the ground is drier, so it doesn't squish as badly. And yeah, same principle on tracks or really big wheels, really wide duals and triples, and as much rubber as possible on the ground. It's all about minimizing that compacting.
Did you know about that, Raul?
Oh my goodness.
I did not. That's so like my experience with a lot of the farming stuff has been more just home gardening, so like knowing to put like potassium, nitrogen, dealing with various pests. I know that part.
Limiting nutrients into the soil.
But like the moment you get to like any type of macro scale, he's like, yep, out of my depth.
So my dad was telling me back in when he was, doing his ag degree and whatnot, there was this thing like soil testing was like the newest thing that they were trying to get all the farmers to do. So they had these packages where they'd come to the farm and do like 8 or 10 different fields and do the soil test, and then for free they would test the garden as well.
Oh.
And just for people, as kind of a courtesy thing. And inevitably, like almost every single garden was way over fertile.
No.
Yeah. The at that time, always the wife, of course, was gardening, and she's like, "Oh, bring me more of the good manure." and the nitrates would be just off the chart.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
What was I
Do you
gonna
want to
say?
drive this thing, Ultra?
Pardon me?
Do you want to drive this thing?
You finish that line, and I would love to drive it. And after I do one line, Ral, if you want to hop in and do a line after me, I think that'd be super cool.
It
Yeah, no, I'd
sounds like we're
definitely
doing
like to check it
drugs now. I'll do a line and then you do a line.
Jokes that we can't make on the other streams that we do. Oh my god.
Do a line of dirt.
Yeah.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Oh my god.
It's nothing. Wait till we start talking about growing grass.
Okay. This is so cool.
I'm not going to get invited back at this rate.
You're so good.
No, you're fine. I play a game called RimWorld. It's called War Crime Simulator as a nickname. you can't break it.
Okay, so I'm gonna lock onto this, and then just press. I feel like it's giving me the wrong applicator right now. Hold on. Press B? No.
I just put it down, V, and let her rip.
Really?
Yeah. Why not? Doesn't it look cultivated?
Oh, not for me. Hold on. I feel like it's putting me into the slurry menu.
Oh.
Or oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Okay, this is insane. This is insane. What? Am I doing it?
low-key
I'm
am
doing
looking
it.
forward to using that tool like in an actual run.
What?
It's only going to be good for good big fields though.
Dunk, this can plow and fertilize and plant and harvest. It does everything.
And spray.
Do a cockpit view?
Wow.
It's really cool. Dunk, the engineer over here. Can you go into the cockpit and look? This is so sick. Wait, it's doing it, right? Hold on.
So.
Oh no, no, don't tell me I didn't do it properly. Oh my god, I'm leaving. No, I don't even want to hear it. Sorry, did I not do it properly?
Part of it shows double tillage.
It looks like part of it
Part of it
worked and
not.
then part of it didn't work, right?
Yeah, what do you do?
I didn't touch anything. Raul, you fix it.
It definitely stopped working right here.
Maybe I accidentally pressed a button. I don't know. Raul, you do it.
I'll check in one moment on getting rid of a bunch of the bales.
Okay.
I still have 2 for the sheeps.
What I wanted to mention was so Robo Milker, have you ridden a horse before?
Yep.
Have you not an ill-behaved horse, but a horse that was kind of doing its own thing?
A horse with horse attitude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So at the Case IH preview event that we went to in Wisconsin for Farm Sim, we got to drive the articulating tractor that they had there. I can't remember the full acronym for it, but it was like a quad track, sorry. And the best way that I could describe it was driving that felt like when you were riding a horse where the front end is doing one thing and the back end is doing something else.
So, International used to make a tractor called a long nose. I mean, colloquially called the long nose.
Yeah.
And it had, yeah, like the hood on the front was actually like a normal quad track. The cab and the hood are on the same side of the pivot. on this long nose, the engine was on the front half and the cab was on the back half. So
Oh, okay.
like the front of the tractor, if you were sitting in the cab, would literally like swing over when you turn the wheel, which was apparently really disorienting even at the beginning. And then what would happen is as the tractors got older and things weren't as tight and things started loosening up and play, then the front would kind of like wobble back and forth as you're sort of straight down the field. People got like nauseous just watching this end of the tractor.
Oh, Rel's doing a better job than me. I don't know what I was doing in the field, but
I was trying so hard. It's like lower slurry applicator.
Yeah, I know, right?
I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I was like, well, only thing I see here is I can switch between double and singular application, which I'm assuming has to do with the slurry. Honestly, for cultivating, this thing's got some go.
It's cool. Jabo, it's not that I have bad luck with horses. It's just when you, as a public person, ride horses, they give you the dead to the world, bomb-proof, easygoing horses to ride. When you are actually properly riding horses, they do a lot of things that are really awful while you're on them. And like, as me, as someone who had to train horses, I had to teach them to not do those things. Dude, this is so cool. Okay, I need to run to the washroom, so I'm gonna be right back, guys.
All right.
The corn header on this is the coolest bit of the kit. Is it really?
Maybe 8, and you're like, oh, 11.
What are we
we're
talking
going.
about? Maybe 8, maybe 11? What's the context?
The speed of this thing.
Okay.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Dude, this is actually really cool, though.
Yeah, no, it's like I could like it's gonna be terrible for small fields, like just absolutely awful.
Oh no, there's no point in doing this on a small field. No, like 100%.
Like I was trying to think, like a lot of the maps, there's maybe out of all your fields you can get 5 fields that maybe you could justify, like the really, really big ones.
Yeah. I think for me, like, I think this is really cool, but unless you have a gigantic field, this almost, I feel like it takes away from the game a little bit. Like, call me old-fashioned, but I like using the tractors. I like using the equipment.
I think it's honestly, like, I like this. I think it's actually good that it's impractical for so many of the fields in the game. Because, like, honestly, this field's not a great use case for it. It's not terrible, but once you get over to that fence... Oh, well, actually, that's for far enough back. Maybe you could turn. But, like, you look at so many maps, like the Sri Lanka, I believe, has a lot of fences nearby the fields. There's no way this thing's turning and not being a huge pain.
No. Azrael is saying you have to be careful on some of the American maps. The roads have camber, and you can... and it will get stuck on the seesaw road. Oh, no.
Yup.
So, oh my god, I don't want to talk about where I live, but I swear to God, with where I live, none of the highways are cambered properly. It's like, oh, you're driving on the highway and it's 80 and you're going in a turn. Straight, like... Bro, you got this. You got this.
Just the way this thing looks, it's looks
so
like
cool,
a laminator to
right?
me.
It's so cool.
You just remove the rollers. This is a laminator. I'm just driving a laminator over a field. Just gonna plastic wrap the whole thing. It is absolutely an awesome vehicle.
Raul, can I plug myself for a second? Is that okay?
Oh yeah, no, go for it.
So for those of you that like science and like learning, I'm going to be on the front page of Twitch on March 25th at like 10 p.m. Eastern time, talking about fish conservation and sustainability. So if that's something that interests you guys, if you like learning about fishy good boys and what we can do for our oceans, we're going to be talking about that with Science, who is a real life biologist and scientist on Twitch. You learning? Okay, listen. I'm so excited for that. I love talking about oceans and fishing and aquaculture and sustainability and like maximum rates of population growth, and I'm so tickled pink that we get to do this on the front page of Twitch.
I'm hoping I can either catch it or catch the VOD if like it
No,
overlaps.
for sure.
Because the only thing I know that I've been dealing with is so I've been trying to eat a lot healthier, and that is a lot of fish because the things I'm trying to worry about. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, trying to be responsible and make sure you're getting the stuff that's sustainable and yada yada yada.
Mhm.
And there's apps out there that'll be like, yeah, this fish, don't get that fish. Like the practice of how they
no,
get it
absolutely.
is bad.
So what's really interesting, and it's not something I experience here in Canada, but one of the primary fish that were provided to Canadians was swordfish. And I wasn't around for this to be like a very popular commodity, but things like swordfish and things like tuna are actually not good to be eating in large quantities, because the higher you are, so when we talk about the food chain, we talk about the food pyramid in the ocean, the higher you are within that pyramid, and we call that tertiary level. So the higher tertiary level you are, the more really bad chemicals that you have in you, because there's a term called bioaccumulation. And so when there's metals, when there's pollutants in our environment, all of the little, if you can imagine, the little algae absorb that. And it's not a lethal or bad amount. But then the next, like plankton, eat the algae. I don't know how the food system works. I'm just like naming things right now. So sue me if I'm wrong, by the way. But the next level in the tertiary, like in the food system, they eat that algae and they accumulate more of those heavy metals, more of those pollutants, because they're higher up in the food chain. And so the higher up in the food chain that you get, the more of those heavy metals, the more of those pollutants that you absorb and obtain. And so eating things like swordfish and even tuna, it's not great, because you're high enough up in the food chain and the tertiary level of the ocean that there's a level of bioaccumulation and biomagnification that makes it so that there's a higher level of like things like mercury that you don't want to be eating. Granted, there as a consumer, I love sushi. I love fish. As long as you're not having tuna every single day or multiple times per week, you're probably going to be okay. You're going to live, you're going to be fine. There's no health concerns, but especially things like swordfish. Swordfish are definitely more of a predatory organism than tuna is. It's going to accumulate more of those heavy metals and those pollutants. Gentlemen, biomagnification? Yeah.
And to respond to you, Todd, shrimp and lobster would have next to none because they're very, very low on the food chain.
Who's this? Sorry. Isn't that such a great little vehicle?
I love it.
Doesn't it look like your knees are broken sitting in them, by the way?
Wow. I
No,
want
but
one.
like, where's the room for your legs? There's no room for your legs in there. There's none. I'm gonna sleep until the next day, guys, okay?
Should we? So
should
here's
you not
something I don't know
hunt
about
first?
leasing the stuff in the game is, would it be better for us to hold on to the cultivator on lease or turn it in and not pay the monthly?
Turn it in right now.
Oh, I cannot detach. All right, that's interesting. So while you're in the travel state, you cannot detach things.
How does bioaccumulation affect lobsters and shrimp? So it's when we look at the food chain, right? When we look at like algae, there's a lot of algae in the water, a lot of individual organisms. And they absorb from the environment a small amount of those heavy metals and pollutants. And then if you look up next up, there's plankton. Plankton eat many algae. And so in consuming those many algae, they're picking up a higher amount of those pollutants. And so I can't tell you percentage-wise, numbers-wise, how much worse it is to have shrimp or lobster. But depending on where they are in the food chain, depending on what they consume, and when I say what they consume, I mean, are they in the first level of the food chain? Are they plants? Are they absorbing sunlight? Are they using a lot of like cellulose and whatnot to like grow and live?
Okay, I think you're good.
Are we good? Okay.
I think so.
Versus being higher up on the food chain, like, do you eat the things that are plants, or do you eat the things that eat plants, or do you eat the things that eat the things that eat the plants, or do you eat the things that eat the things that eat the things that are plants? It builds up, right? It's a scale. The correct definition is truly biomagnification. The higher up you are in the food chain, the more it magnifies. It rolls up the food chain, yeah. Okay, what do we want to do? We have...
I thought we were planting the barley, no?
We didn't plant it.
Nope.
Wait, it didn't sleep. Hold on.
It, I just got a pop-up saying it timed out.
It's weird.
And
Yeah, I
had
did too.
accepted.
Raul, did you accept it?
So, hold on. Do we actually want to sleep, or are we actually wanting to plant the barley?
Let's sleep just so that it's daytime. It's kind of nicer to stream during the daytime when you can see things.
So on the fish roll, have you ever had lionfish?
I have not, and I absolutely would like to because they're very invasive here.
Yes.
So it's
I,
kind of
Mr.
fun.
Mr. lives in Florida.
It exists
I'm
as
a,
invasive.
yeah, I'm a diver. Like, I love scuba diving, and
Do you?
oh, it's the best.
Whoa.
And last couple of times I went, I brought a spear along, and most places in the Caribbean will let you, like your dive masters will let you hunt lionfish.
Yeah,
And,
they're incredibly invasive and awful.
Yeah, they're the worst. Like, they look cool, but they're the worst. And they have a voracious appetite, so I don't think they live long enough to have any of the bioaccumulation concerns.
No, they wouldn't. No.
Yeah, and like the best fish I've ever had was like at a hotel in Cuba, and the lionfish that I shot that morning.
Stop.
Yeah.
I know one of the things they'll do around here for just like a really cool thing. So lionfish are venomous, and the venom is primarily dealing with the quills.
Yeah.
But it's one of those venoms that when you cook it, it goes inert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they will grill lionfish skewered on its own quills. Just
Oh.
Yeah.
how much hate they have for those fish.
No, and again, like lionfish are like lower on the food chain, the food pyramid, and so like no, they don't have those like the buildup of toxins. Where you really get to get it is like swordfish, tuna, whales, sharks. Like those are things that you really shouldn't be eating on a regular basis for a lot of different reasons, but one of them is they have toxins, right? And I consume sushi. I eat like tuna in my sushi, but I don't usually have sushi more than at the very most like once per week, right? Zims, are you doing okay? Oh, Raul, are you driving the vehicle right now?
Yeah, I'm getting the cedar.
Sorry, with zero context, I see in this shared chat, what the hell is this?
But for those who miss what this thing is, the magic is it can basically do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I positioned this trailer in the worst possible place for me doing this whole thing.
There's so many, oh my god, there's so many things that I want to say about a lot of things right now, and I don't know if I want to turn this into a fish stream. And we're going to be talking about it on March 25th anyways, but no, like ocean stuff is really interesting, like food cycles and food pyramids and tertiary levels are so interesting.
One of the interesting things that's like only related in the sense of like carrying nutrition forward, that kind of thing, is learning about bioavailability of what you eat. So like, you know, you look at spinach, it has tons of iron, and you're like, sweet, lots of irons, but your body can actually process very little of the iron in spinach versus like broccoli, it does a much better job.
Yeah.
And it's been very frustrating from learning nutrition, being like, okay, oh my god, I turned this the wrong way. I'll do it again. But it's just kind of one of those things that you sit there and you're like, okay, like I'm trying to eat healthy. Let me go ahead and get the spinach. You're like, yeah, you actually get almost none of that iron out of that spinach because your body sucks at handling leafy greens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been a whole awakening for me.
Yep.
I've already forgotten which way I need to be facing, and this is not
Oh
helpful.
my god. Rawl, you're failing the farm right now.
It's a weird machine. And it's the things below, it's really hard to tell which way's forward and which way's backward.
Okay, Robo Milker, because, sorry, this is so off topic, and I just have to ask you, and I know I can ask you, like, privately off stream, but I need to ask you right now. So, like, have you hand milked a cow before?
Not only hand milked a cow, I have gone with the direct to mouth stream of warm, frothy, creamy milk.
Did you like it?
It's so good.
I don't know if I can do that. But have you
But at
had
least-
to? Have you ever had
At
to
least you
hand
could
milk?
do like
Yeah, sorry. Finish what you're saying.
at least you could do like a cupful of fresh milk, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever had to hand milk a cow that had mastitis?
So if we do have a cow with mastitis, like that's part of the, like 2 or 3 times a day, we'll milk out or strip out all of the clots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get as much of the gunk out as possible. Yeah.
So.
It's honestly, it's one of the few things on the farm that will turn my stomach.
Oh
Like,
my god, dude! No, you and me both. Like, so
But
when
we
haven't had.
I can handle an open wound, like a surgery, like none of that bothers me. But it's that like, yeah, when it's clotty and it's not supposed to be, yeah.
And when you milk it, and the sounds that it makes, it's like,
Yeah.
That was like one of the struggle buses for me for when we used to milk the cows at our farm. If they had mastitis, and you would give them the medicine, and you still have to milk them out. Like the oh my god,
Yeah.
that
it's
was
not-
like that was rough. 7 in the morning milking the cow, and I'm like, I hate all of this right now so much.
You're definitely backwards right now.
Yep.
Guys, I'm still gonna be here, but I'm just gonna be like muting myself and turning off my mic because I just need to eat some dinner, and I just don't want to eat like a crazy person on stream right now. So that's what's happening.
This does not turn around well at all. All right. Okay. So no backup turns. Backup turns, not the best. Oh
Alright,
yeah.
sorry guys, we're back.
No, and for I'm gonna mispronounce your name. It's like Sarah. If I mispronounce that, by all means correct me.
No, I'm
Hi Science, how you doing, lovely? How was your chat with Coco tonight? It's so good to see you guys. I'm gonna get a quick shout out for Coco for science. I would appreciate that. Gord, thank you again for the raid. If you can get another shout out for Gord too, guys. Seriously, he's an amazing Canadian content creator. We love him. Hi Science. It's good to see you. Welcome.
This, you got all this cool hardware,
What's going on?
and I would have to be the one writing the software to make it go in straight lines and crap. We're just talking about like this equipment, like warranties and stuff you'd expect and all that, and yeah, just the complexity of what you'd have to program on this thing. I don't even want to.
Oh, it's so
getting to
complex.
think.
Yeah, that's for the dealerships to do. Evan, have a good one. Thank you so much.
I don't know why it wants me to take this line for the head row, but I mean, it's. I'm
Nah,
gonna
I
do it.
hate it so much. That's not okay.
I used to deal on the manufacturing side of things, and I remember there was a brand called Lancer, and they were really good because they were as ones that when you bought the machine, they would cover you for just about anything as long as you weren't doing really cagey stuff with your machine. But a lot of our milling machines, which are just a glorified drill with a flat bit on it, they were very much the kind. It's like, here it is. There's your 90-day manufacturer's defect. Good luck after that.
Oh no. Science, how's the stream, lovely? I'd love to hear about it.
To be fair, considering half the way people use those machines, they probably did that to protect themselves, as you'd drill through the table and be like, I don't know what happened, it just didn't work right.
Oh my god.
Or you put, your Y coordinate or Z coordinate, depending on the machine, -5, and it went right through the table.
Sato. I have mixed feelings. Sorry. I was just going to say, I have mixed feelings about the NEXAT system here. I think it's really cool gameplay-wise, but at the same time, it just takes away from the other equipment.
I think it's fine in the sense that, realistically, if you're not just handing yourself money, you are not using this till late game.
That's fair.
Because, like, just to get one attachment in this thing, you're already talking, like, $700,000-$800,000. Let alone doing all of your processes. I imagine this Joker starts pushing $3 million.
Science is super fair, and I, as someone who went through like,
it's
STEM
weird. I
school
also think
themselves,
it's
I get
very
it.
impractical for like 90% of the fields in the game. I do appreciate it does these jobs fast. So when you hit that point in the game where you're like, okay, I'm going to spend 6, 7, 8 real life hours just doing one process on my fields in the game, I'm down to have the fields go a little bit faster. Man, that's definitely super endgame stuff.
Man, I'm looking at my character's overalls, and I'm reminded that I need to buy new overalls for work. You know, like, when you have jeans, and you have jeans for so long, it's like, wow, the material's real thin. This ain't good. Those are my overalls at work. That's the situation right now.
It's too hot for jeans 90% of the time around here.
Dude.
Those legs gotta breathe, man.
Mr. Florida over here.
just get swampy the whole way.
It's too cold for jeans here most of the year.
What do you wear?
In winter, I usually just wear coveralls, and then
nice.
I like wearing sweatpants underneath. Just
you don't wear thermal layers?
No, like most of the time I'm in the barn anyways.
Fair.
If I have a lot of work to do outside, then I'll wear like winter coveralls, like fully insulated ones. Yeah.
I will DM you something later about something that I heard on the farm. It's not necessarily appropriate for stream. It's not a bad thing. I just don't want to say it on stream. But dude, in the wintertime, when it's like below 0, I don't muck around on the farm, and I layer up like nobody's business. Like, I put on so many layers onto me that I genuinely feel claustrophobic taking the layers off. You don't have thermal underwear? You just wear sweatpants?
Yeah, usually.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
if it's ridiculously cold, then I will. But most of the time, no.
Just to give a scope of how this thing worked for chat. So the plot of land we bought is about 13.86 acres, and that the field on it, maybe 80% of that. So we'll just say it's 11.5 acres. That used only about 5% of the fertilizer capacity on this monstrosity, and just about 30% of the seed capacity. This thing's a beast.
That's insane. Okay, seed planted most. It's all barley, but I guess only some of it was like fertilized because we only loaded it up so high.
Oh no, it should all be fertilized.
Sure.
50%?
At a minimum 50%, yeah, sure. Actually,
Yeah, because it's one pass.
Milker, what are you doing here?
I'm rolling the field.
Oh. It just makes it look better, I think.
It helps the production as well.
Mm.
Yeah, isn't it like 2.5% per pass? And you can do it twice or 5%, something like that. It's not nothing.
Zim said they live in Canada where they get minus 35 Celsius and they usually wear a pair of sweats and Carhartts. Stop it. Stop it.
That sounds about right.
No!
You get used to it.
No,
Yeah,
it's so cold. It's way too cold.
Yes, but it's a dry cold.
I
mean, to be fair, dry, cold, one layer of insulation will usually block it, versus wet just cuts right through.
Do I have arthritis? I think I have arthritis.
Because that's what I remember from Michigan is we have a very humid cold, and it's just like,
oh no,
just eats right through.
Brutal. You live in Canada and you can't stand the cold? Listen, ethnically, I'm not fully Caucasian, so I'm 50% not built for the cold, okay?
I will say, for as much as this moves quick during its process, it's traveling between places kinda sucks.
Yeah?
I mean, objectively, I'm looking at it going, 17 miles per hour is not bad. The faster tractors are only like 23. But, it costs like $1 million. I want a little bit more out of it.
Should have bought a Fendt.
Wait, RoboMilker, what's the brand that you really like?
The Fendt.
Oh my god.
I'm 100% Team Fendt. It goes fast.
Okay, can you not team up on me? I don't like this.
I'm sorry, but IRL, it is by far the best tractor. It's not even close. So.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the fertilizer back out of this thing so I can unleash the parts we don't need.
And I don't need RoboMilker to tell me that they disapprove of my choice of tractor brand, okay? I heard enough from them.
The first tractor my dad bought when we moved to Canada, the first new tractor was a Ford New Holland, back when they still called them a Ford.
Ford?
Yeah, it was, the New Holland used to be Ford.
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was all right. They built a pretty solid tractor. And then they bought out Versatile at the time. Versatile used to only build big four-wheel drives. And they built like a really nice two-wheel drive, or or front wheel assist row crop tractor. And I know, like growing up, that was like the tractor that I really wanted my dad to buy.
The tractors
And
are
at the time,
so cool.
yeah, at the time you couldn't get a Fendt in Canada.
Oh, no way, hey?
No.
Robin Walker, do you watch King of the Hill religiously?
No.
Okay.
I have seen some of that. I actually watch very little TV.
That's fair. You're very busy.
Usually it's just something on Netflix to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Or Collections Farm.
There's a joke in King of the Hill where it's like, Dale, you know what Ford stands for? Yeah. Fix it again, Tony. God damn it, Dale. That's a Fiat. Oh.
So that's really funny because Fiat and New Holland joined up, right?
I didn't know
So
that.
yeah. So there was a time where you could buy exactly the same tractor and either it was labeled Ford or New Holland or Fiat.
Oh no. Fix it again, Tony.
So it looks like Captain Duckman has the answer. Ford bought New Holland, then sold New Holland to Fiat, who then sold it to Case.
I
Yeah,
knew
that's
about
right. They
Case
named
owning it. That's all I knew, though.
Yeah.
Ah, nuts. It's always New Holland. Raul, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm just doing the math on how much it costs us to lease.
Don't do that. Don't do that. It'll make you sad. Just don't even do it.
It's almost 20,000 a day for just the vehicle without the headers. So I'm just wondering here, do we think that field, just as a question with consumables, is going to be turning us a little bit over $140,000? Because otherwise we're operating at a loss.
No.
Not even counting any of the other support vehicles, just for the lease of the main thing without any attachments.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
I think we need a bigger field.
That's the solution.
We need the money
bigger
for the
field.
bigger field. I mean, that's technically, yes, that
land.
is correct. Higher yield actually makes the math work better because it's the monthly cost that's killing us, nothing else. I think what'll probably happen is we'll like get the things we got done today because we got the 2 dare drops knocked out today.
Yeah.
And
Even
then
just getting one
going
done is
to
really good.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. Like we're getting some keys for the community. What I'll probably do in my own time is I'll get like a different map that's just got some massive fields to at least make this thing economical eventually. So when you're looking at normal difficulty and even then going, wait, this is gonna bankrupt me.
Yeah, it's not great. Oh, the rain right now is so nice, though. I'm so sorry. I'm just like, this is tea weather. This is like, cozy.
Oh, I do enjoy some of it.
Freshly seeded field, the rain on top of it. Oh,
It's nice. It's really nice,
best.
right? OT, I hope someone pees on you. Get out of here. As my mods give them a shout out. How
That's
much
certainly a choice.
nitrogen is in human pee? If someone peed on my corn, would it actually be beneficial?
yes, it would.
I imagine
Really?
it can't be much.
OT's just not enough. I was thinking it's up to you. It's up to you, Raul. If you want to keep going, I can keep going. But I was thinking I might like transition here, but like, let me know your thoughts.
No, you're good. Because
Yeah?
then what I can do is I'll probably hop in, do some 2-point museum myself for a little
Okay.
while. Like I said, I think what I'll probably do is this is more talking towards my community. What I'll probably do is I'll put some farm sim back in my schedule, and I'll probably work on like, probably not Silver Run for a machine that size. It's not
Oh
gonna
my
work once you
god,
start
it's
getting into the
insane.
mountains.
It's so much money.
Well, plus I'm thinking all those fields you have to do with all the weird elevation when you start clearing the trees. I just expect to beach that machine constantly. But yeah, now it works out. So it's been a lot of fun and all that.
Yeah, no, I've had fun
Definitely.
too.
Yeah, and what we could do is circle back when I get close to the million if you wanted to snag
Yeah,
some
you let
easy
me know.
keys,
Just keep me in
hop
the loop. Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Well,
Robo
thanks for letting me
Milker.
hang out with you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say thank you for joining us.
Been a
and
pleasure hanging.
Thanks for sharing your information about, working on an IRL farm. And yeah, I always learn something new from you every time I hang out with you.
Yeah, it's fun. Didn't get any real stumpers of questions tonight, but yeah.
To be quite
So
honest, I
the
think
one
we're doing a
thing-
good thing if we're not getting stumpers of questions, though.
So you know how in the one stream, I talking about how they use the heat from the milk for heating up their buildings.
Yes.
Yeah, so I know there's a couple of farms where in the summer you still have warm milk, but you don't have any need for heating up your buildings. So not like middle of summer, but like spring and fall, they'll use that to heat their pool on the yard. And I'm like, wow, that is so bougie.
Stop it!
Yeah,
Oh,
because you have to
I
dump
love
the heat
that.
somewhere, so you might as well, right?
I think for me, learning that, so for the context, for those of you that don't know, there are dairy farmers in Canada who have utilized using the heat from the milk obtained from the cows to heat their buildings during the winter months. But Robo Milker is now telling us that, during the summertime, where that heat is not necessary, they just heat their pools.
I mean, it makes sense. During the winter, there's a university near us that has geothermal cooling and heating. And it's like, yeah, you could just do a different liquid in there. And if it's already warm to start with, okay.
It just blows my mind that it's like this building's heat brought to you by milk. Like, what?
Yeah, gotta cool it anyway, so you might as well dump the heat somewhere useful.
It's so good. And it's like, it's that type of innovation that's so important in the industry, right? Like going towards sustainability and reducing your carbon footprint, utilizing what you have to reduce energy costs, right?
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we end up doing is, there's a lot of times on the farm where you're doing some work that's quite monotonous. So then your mind starts to wander and you're like, huh, that cooling compressor on my tank, that thing is drawing, I don't know, 5 kilowatts. That's a lot of energy. I could do something with that energy. What could I do with that energy? And then that's where you end up going, right?
Absolutely. But yeah, Raul, if you're cool with it, I'm probably gonna end the call here if you guys are cool with that.
Yep. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'll probably hop off farm sim as well and do some more destroying priceless artifacts for science.
Oh, of course. Friendly reminder for everybody here in chat tonight, Robo Milker, if you guys want to say hi to them or thank you, they are a Canadian dairy farmer. They've joined us here tonight in Farm Sim, and they've shared their knowledge of farming and what it means to actually cultivate the land and share their experiences with comparing Farm Sim compared to what they do on their farm. So big thank you to them for joining. This is OT. This is a shared chat. Oh. And then also, guys, we've been streaming with Raul. Raul is a fantastic, amazing content creator. Our mods, if you guys can shout out Raul, I would appreciate that. They do a lot of simulation games. They're going to be transitioning back into 2-Point Museum, which is a really, really fantastic, cool game. They're good people, good conversations to be had. I'm sure you guys have been listening. I really, really do love and appreciate them. And I got to meet them at TwitchCon, and they're fantastic people. So make sure that you guys are also following Raul as well.
And also don't forget to drop a follow over with Ultrasaurus, who's also absolutely fantastic and a farmer in Canada as well. You you go, Rollbot. Rollbot's apparently going to be boosting up them viewers. But yeah, nevertheless, definitely check out Ultrasource is absolutely fantastic. Does play a lot of similar games, does like a lot of simulation, but doing Project Zomboid as well. Going to be doing some, I believe you said Zoo Tycoon, which is
I
the
think
classic
so.
Zoo Tycoon.
I'm gonna poll
game.
the community. We're gonna see what the majority want, but if the majority want Zoo Tycoon, we're gonna do Zoo Tycoon. So
yeah, real classic on that one. So definitely check out all that good stuff there.
awesome. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, and thank you so much for hanging out.
All right, thank you. And I'm going to drop the call and get you a shout out.
Sounds good. Bye, Robo Milker. We'll see you later.
Bonne nuit.
Later.
Bonne nuit. Okay. What do you guys want? We're gonna do a poll. Poll. Play. OT, what have you been up to, by the way? What do? Question mark. Zoo Tycoon or Project Zomboid Rat Race? And I give you guys like 3 minutes to vote on that. Ultra, I'm sorry. Are you really? I don't think you are. What are you sorry about? What did you do? I didn't mean to discuss the hot milkers heating homes in your shared chat. I think that was totally fine, my dude. Make sure you guys vote in the poll. I have the original Zoo Tycoon on my computer right now, loaded up, ready to go. If you guys want Zoo Tycoon, we're gonna play Zoo Tycoon. I'm coming up with alternatives, and I'm like, you know what? I'm actually really tired. I'm actually really exhausted, so I think what we might actually do is I think we might actually raid out. I'll get this figured out for tomorrow. We're gonna stream again tomorrow, but guys, I'm just like I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm like I am literally struggling to stay awake right now. I needed a lot of rest. I've got a lot of immune compromised issues going on right now in my life. Like I am super sick. So guys, what we're gonna do is we are going to raid into Cage. Cage is lovely. Cage is amazing. Here is our raid call for those of you that are subbed. And if you're not subscribed, you can type in Ultra Raid. Here's the Discord if you guys want to check out the days and times we stream. I will figure out the Zoo Tycoon stuff for tomorrow, by the way, guys. I'll make sure it's working. I literally, my brain is so tired that I'm like, I cannot figure out how to do this right now. Those are our socials on the Play.io, as well as, actually, hold on, I take that back. We might actually raid into Italics, because we never get to raid into Italics, but we often, Cage is usually up pretty late, so we often get to raid into Cage, so I'm going to change my mind about that. Italics raided into us yesterday. They were streaming The Voices of the Void, which sounded like a really interesting game. But I hope you guys are all doing well, and again, on my YouTube VODs channel, if you guys wanted to check out gameplay of Atomfall, it's all there. We're gonna raid Italics. I don't often get to do that. I hope you guys have a good time there. Make sure you send them lots of love. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so exhausted. I slept so much today, and I feel like I didn't sleep enough. Thanks for being here. I'll make sure Zoo Tycoon is working tomorrow. I apologize. I feel really bad that it's not working. Thank you for the follows, for the bits, for all the support. I really do love and appreciate all of you. Thank you all so, so much. We do stream full time. We do this for a full-time job. Thank you for being here. Bob, we're leaving! No, Zoo Tycoon wasn't working. We're gonna try to get it working tomorrow, dude. It's just like, it was not happening. It's like Fetch. Fetch was just not happening. I know. We'll see if we can get it working tomorrow. Apparently running Streamlabs in admin helps and works. We'll see. We'll troubleshoot it during the day. But thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys have a good one.